All right, man. We with the after show, man. Post fight thoughts on Vergil Ortiz versus Maurice Hooker. Man, I literally was with the fam, got back, fell asleep, woke up, and it was about the third round of Maurice Hooker versus Vergil Ortiz. And Vergil Ortiz was getting hit with some clean shots, man. Some clean shots from Maurice Hooker, kind of fighting on the back foot. And then when Vergil Ortiz would get in close, Hooker would just start firing off combinations, kind of like, get up off me type combinations. And he was doing okay. But then, like, the body shots from what I seen that was landing from Ortiz really started to bother Hooker and, started slowing him down. And that's ultimately what happened. I don't know at the end of the fight, something about an injury, but ultimately, I just think it was the body shots that was just taking a toll on him. And but I was on shout out to H Money. I seen him. He was live, and I jumped on this panel, and I'm seeing a lot of people talk, really kind of taking credit away from Ortiz's victory over Hooker because of the shots that he took. And my thoughts is I don't really like how people was now talking about like Sergio Mora for the zone. He's all talking about, yeah, this guy need to slow down. You guys slow down, pump your brakes, man. Once you step up and you become an interim, or you become number one contender, man, it's not slow down time, man. It's time to like step up. Not slow down, it's time to step up. You know what I mean? You guys fought in front of two of the welterweight champs there, Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. Now, I missed all of the early action interviews and for Crawford and Spence. Like I said, I was busy. I slept. I woke up and the fight was on. So, I mean, I'm my guess is it's the same old with the Errol Spence, Bud Crawford situation. Fight not gonna get made. And a bunch of double talking and shit. Probably no confrontation. Probably had top flight security there to make sure Bud Crawford don't even approach Errol. So maybe they did approach each other. I don't know. Maybe somebody can fill me in. But with that being said, man, I want to give Vergil Ortiz his credit. All right, let me drop the link. Shout out to the ones coming in, the ones catching the playback. We go to the playback game. But for the ones that's getting ready to hit the link, we got the Brotherhood, we got Coach K, boxing section, JC, says Smoke a Hater. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. And J Cappy, new to the channel. Big ups, bro. Shout out to H Money sending the traffic. We got JC. Brotherhood, what's on your mind, man? Let me get this down.
None, man. I'm just thinking about matchups for Ortiz. Like, what's his next step? You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's stay right there. You said matchups for Ortiz, so shouldn't the next matchup be up against a champion?
I mean, yeah, that's what he deserves since he climbed the rankings. He about to be ranked number one for the WBO title, right? So, and he WBA gold. So I don't know if he plan on fighting Spence or Crawford, but I mean, if he on top of the rankings, let him get a shot. So, I don't care, but
Yeah.
if Crawford specifically need to fight goddamn Porter, I don't care what nobody say.
Why specifically Crawford need to fight Porter? Instead of I don't know. I don't understand why we sidetracking and promoting other fights to happen instead of this guy, this young dog getting in there with a the top pound for pound guy. He mentioned his name. I thought after this it's just like he said stuff like I do the talking in the ring and whoop de whoop. Like, man, this is your time. Call these guys out. I didn't really see the energy, to just really just aggressively, let them guys know, whether it be Bud or Earl, that it's my time. I'm taking over. Um, y'all time was good and everything like that, but it's Vergil Ortiz time. Like I didn't really see that energy, and then people talking about, uh, he need to slow down. He not ready. It don't matter. He should just jump in there. Why fight up to this position? And then now we want to talk about, well, maybe he should fight like this one of them said, Mean Machine, Cavalli Oscars. I'm like, come on, man.
Not
Cavalli
me,
Oscars got to
that's
get
see,
back in
that's my
line.
that's
I
my
think
point. I think Crawford passed the point of fighting prospects or unexperienced guys. I want to see him fight somebody in the top 5 at welterweight. Period. And I don't think Vergil Ortiz is top 5. So that's the only reason I'd rather see Porter or somebody else. But I don't care. Get a dude this shot and let him get beat up. Then
I,
Damn, man.
I want to listen. He's a good fighter, right? He not ready for Terrence Crawford, but they need to respect him and give him Terrence Crawford. The Errol Spence
Mm.
fight not gonna happen. So I think that if the Errol Spence fight don't happen, and he don't fight Sean Porter, Vergil Ortiz is the next best thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's a hell of a fight, man. I mean, I don't think he can hang with Terrence Crawford because if Maurice Hooker was a little more active, I think Maurice Hooker could have probably got him. I think Maurice Hooker hurt his hand too, so it wasn't a shot that put him away, but he would have won that fight. But I just wanted to see him in the later rounds. I don't think in them later rounds he gonna have that same power because Terrence Crawford hit you with something. I don't see you lasting that long, but I do want to see Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford. I think that's the fight to make. You know what I mean? The Vergil Ortiz is cool, but he got some work to do, man. Because like I say, I don't see him beating Terrence Crawford. So let's let him, get some more wins or whatever. But if the opportunity presents itself, you gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? That's like getting an internship at Apple or Google. You gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? You might not be ready to take it, but you gotta take it. So that's my take on that.
All right. So live from boxing section basically saying if you got the opportunity, man, take it, ready or not. So yeah, I agree with you there. We got ignorant boxing in the chat. What's going on, bro? W. Riley says, shouts out to Hooker. He made it a great fight while it lasted. I seen Ortiz gave him props and said, shout out to him for, jumping in there with him in his first fight at welterweight. He could have jumped in there with anybody else, but he wanted to try to make a statement and jump in there against Ortiz. And my prediction was he wasn't even going to make it beyond 5 rounds. So I was a little impressed he made it beyond 5, because I just felt Ortiz relentlessness and power and pressure was just going to be too much for Hooker. And ultimately it was, but he lasted a lot longer than I thought. So, I give him credit for, having the courage to get in there with Ortiz, bang it out with him. He probably shouldn't have banged it out with him when he got hurt and stuff like that. But, he did the best that he can do. Jump 2 said, I like to see Ortiz style versus Spence, though. I mean, both of them guys, whether it's Spence or Crawford, it's like we're in an era now where when these guys get right there to prove how great they are, despite how sexy the record will be, all wins, all KOs and shit, then you be like, okay, cool. It's time to face Bud Crawford or Earl Spence. I'm like, hold on. Let's push our brakes. You're like, this nigga ranked number 1 in like 2 or 3 sanctioning bodies. You know that, right? I'm like, yeah, but let's get a few more fights. Mean Machine. Like, that kind of stuff be bothering me. Like, man, it's an era now where as soon as they get there, then y'all want to put, new brake pads on the top contenders. It's like, come on, man, let's push these guys to step up. And he might be able to get in there and upset Crawford or Spence, but I'm just not a fan of down talking the opportunity or the shot that's already there, man. Like, let's push for the fight. The dude feel he ready. He jumping on the ropes, saying, strap me up. All right, man, let's give him an opportunity. Crawford was there. He didn't seem like he was phased at all from what he saw. You know what I mean? So, anyway, with that, let me see. Appreciate you, Ian.
Hey, UG, the
Yeah.
fight that needs to be made right now, him and Boots, after Boots beats Sergey Lipinets, those two need to fight. That's the fight that needs to be made because you got they both be the top guy at 140 that was coming up to 147. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that they need to fight because those are the new age fighters. Because Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford eventually they're going up to 154. So I think the fight that needs to really be made, if he can't get the Terrence Crawford fight, I think Jaron Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz is cooked and ready to be served right now.
I mean, yeah, they both rank high. They both super, what you call it? They both got impressive KOs and stuff on their record. Like I think Jaron Ennis almost got all KOs too, right?
Yeah, he got 26 out of 20. Well, 26
Yeah.
out of 20 because one of them was a no contest, but bro was finna go to.
So we clearly know both of them are punchers. They both on the rise. They both, you mentioned he about to face Lipinets, so they'll both have somebody on their resume who are former 140 champs. So that'd be a good little look right there. But like I said, it's just all going to depend on De La Hoya, how they moving him on that side. I just feel like, if he whatever he repping, you doing it for Texas or you doing it for Mexico, do it for that. You know what I mean? You got all them behind you, man. Like this, he's potentially a huge star in the making. Yeah, he took some bumps and bruises, but learn from that. He can learn from that and make certain adjustments. And now if he was to jump right to Crawford, fighting a Hooker is not gonna get you ready for no damn Crawford. But I mean, I'm not gonna discourage the young guy. You know what I mean? Because I done seen so many of these young guys who out here ducking and acting like belts don't matter and shit like that. So when I see a young guy who's enthused about stepping up, then I'm all with that. You know what I mean? I'm all with that.
Man, you ain't saying nothing. I don't agree with, but I agree with that. He got so much more of my respect because he didn't shy away from the opportunity to say like he will fight either one of them guys. I think that a guy like that is going to help Golden Boy reach the highest heights, right? So that's why I say, like, if you Golden Boy and you like Sergio, he got stake in the company. So you know what I mean? So they need him to kind of build that company up because Ryan Garcia is not going to do it for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's not going to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? Vergil Ortiz tells you that he's going to get in. So, I mean, you want to say slow down, but then again, man, he earned that opportunity. They got to give it to him.
Yeah. Carlos said Crawford, Duck, and Porter. I don't know what dude's talking about with that, man.
Hold on, man. Listen, you can't say he Duck and Porter.
I don't understand that.
Porter took less money, man. If I'm Porter, it's like I said, it's like an internship, man. Money. If you win the belt, what comes to that is an Errol Spence match, man, and which the first fight was close. So I mean, you take the less money than you, but see, then again, like I said, man, I don't like to count people's pockets, but on a surface, you know what I mean? I think that you take less money, get the fight, and then just see where it goes from there. But where would that fight take place, though? UGC, Brotherhood, the Vergil Ortiz Terrence Crawford fight. Where would it take place? On what platform?
What platform?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. Probably just. I mean, the money. I would say probably DAZN, but I don't know with Bob Arum, man. I honestly don't know.
Bob Arum cheap ass ain't. He said it. He said it himself. He ain't losing no more money on Crawford, so that shit gonna be on DAZN.
I hope it is. You know what I mean? I hope it's on DAZN because I think that although we don't like DAZN that much, I mean, like DAZN is starting to really do some good things, and I think they pay their fighters. That's one thing they do. You know what I'm saying? We might not like how they move and stuff like that, but they pay their fighters. So I think for me, man, I just want to see him out of that top rank contract. I'm not gonna think any differently of him if he stays, but I am gonna be kind of like, damn, I wish he would have left. You feel what I'm saying? But it's so many things that come along with him in top rank, the amenities that he gets, the kind of freedom that he has. It's kind of hard to say, nah, man, leave that. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell somebody that's so comfortable that gets everything that they ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? Something that they never, you know what I mean? Like coming from the gutter, coming from the bottom, when somebody put millions of dollars in your pocket, it's hard to say, nah, fuck you, I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
Hey, somebody said Spence looked way overweight. Y'all think he taking care of himself? I mean, he said he was gonna stay, in the gym this time. He gonna keep his weight down. Y'all don't think he doing that right now, Spence?
I'm pretty sure he is, man. I didn't see no extra weight on. I mean, the nigga had a whole face mask on, like he was about to rob a bank or some shit. So I didn't see nothing like that.
People got to stop the madness, man. I mean, people really got to stop this bullshit. Like, this is the thing about it, man. We fans of these fighters. I get it. But listen, let's keep it. Let's just stop the bullshit, man. You know what I mean? Like, bro, him and Terrence Crawford looked like they was ready to fight tomorrow. You know what I mean? Them boys look like they was ready to fight tomorrow. He had a face mask on, but his face, he always got a chubby face, though. Even when he was fighting, even when he fought Danny Garcia, he had a chubby face. So, but it's not like he was hella fat, because if you go to his Instagram, you'll see you'll see him in the car with his girl. So I mean, he's happy right now, man. You can tell you're not drinking, so that's a good thing.
I don't know. He might still be drinking.
What's up, Jalik? What's going on?
Black Horseman, what's popping, man?
Oh man, just recapping his fights, man. What's your thoughts on Ortiz victory over Hooker and his future?
He has a bright he has a bright future. I like the way he realized he made some adjustment, because usually he'd get you out there with headshots, but he went to the body and stuck the game plan, and I like his style. Now he took some shots though, and Hooker is not really physically strong. So his style, believe it or not, his style versus Crawford would be amazing, bro. That would be an amazing fight. But the only thing is Crawford can prevent him from setting his feet to have to throw his punches. He generate a lot of power. But if he go to Crawford body, remember Jose Benavidez hurt Crawford to the body. I'm not picking him to beat Crawford. I think Crawford will win on points, because it appears that he might got a chin. Now Hooker is not a big puncher, so I actually rather see that fight than Porter. He's gonna be more challenging than Porter in my thing. But the thing about Vergil also is, as a fan, I want to see it. Now, if I was his manager, I'll wait till he get to like 2 or 3 more fights. But as a fan, I don't protect nobody. But if I was his management team, I will wait a little bit. Because it technically isn't a rush. He's like it's not a rush, but he's very exciting though. And if you look at his fights, he has more to his game though. And but the thing about it now is he has confidence issues. And if you fighting Crawford, he can get damaged, kind of like how Fernando Vargas got kind of.
What you mean he got confidence issues though?
He doesn't sound sure. Like, imagine Black Horseman, you about to, even if it's like a battle or a debate, and you're like, I'm not sure if I can beat that guy, but I'll debate him.
But I'll still sign up. I'll still do it.
That's not good. You gotta be like, oh yeah, I want that fight. So it shows that he's courageous, but does he feel like he can win? That's a whole new different plan, because you gotta get in there and win. But he definitely courageous. I definitely think he'll fight him. And then also I done multiple videos where he said he couldn't beat him, but I think he said he sat down in 2020 and said, yeah, he might have a chance. But he is humble. But in a way, you gotta be like, you almost gotta, like, I don't know, you gotta really, because to give Teofimo his credit, he was never in all of Lomachenko.
Right.
You can't be in all of Crawford, man. I'm telling you, Crawford can take advantage of that, bro.
I agree.
But he definitely got the style to give Crawford a lot of problems, man. Vergil, nice, bro.
I mean, but with the shots, with him getting hit as much as he do, you know what I mean? Like,
I know that's
Hooker was able to land some shots on.
I was like, oh my god! And you see his face afterwards. I was like, wow. But he fought a little different. His defense isn't great. But he fought in the high guard more. He was like the right-handed version of Errol Spence in a sense, where he was fighting more like that instead of before. He usually wouldn't fight like that, but he is explosive, and he tried to get you out of there, but he realized he couldn't do that, so he slowed it down. But he can't take those punches like that from Crawford in a sense. But if he did, I mean, maybe his chin can hold up to Crawford. That's the only thing.
Well, real quick before this shit slipped my mind, I gotta get, for the ones that know, we got the flame of fame and shame on his side. I gotta get a flame of shame to Maurice Hooker at the end. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. He was like, to all y'all born, fuck y'all.
Oh, I didn't even. I didn't even hear. Oh, I see. I missed his interview.
I didn't like he wanted to fight the crowd and shit, man. Nah, bro. Keep your composure. Be professional. Take your L.
He probably was just
a little embarrassed, dog.
Because he from Dallas. I missed it, and I missed the
flame of shame, bro. He should have just kept it together.
Yeah.
What's up, Pat?
Hey, UGC, you gonna have to give me the flame of shame too, man, because I felt it. You know what I'm saying? They act like the man quit. You feel what I'm saying? Like the man was giving it everything he had, bro. And then when he was like, man, I hurt my hand. When they was like, boo, it's like, nigga, hold up, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't no warriors. Hey, give it to me too, because I respected it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't get a ring. They ain't spend their time getting ready for a fight. They wasn't in there for 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get 12-week training camps. They didn't have to miss their family. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? And
both of y'all, you and Maurice Hooker get the flame of shame. Y'all both.
Maurice Hooker, his physical strength isn't his physical strength. That would have helped him. That homeboy is
Ortiz can beat Crawford.
I want to see.
Carlos Sosa said Ortiz could beat Crawford. Damn.
He got a shot.
Hey, hold up, man. I got my bro 1-2 kid in the building. What's happening, 1-2?
What's going on, man? I got a stream going on. What you doing?
You got a stream going on too?
Yeah. Yo, I was waiting for you to do a stream. Did you do the fight?
No, motherfucker. I was asleep.
You was sleeping?
It was the third round when I woke up.
All
I
right,
said,
y'all.
Yo, 1-2, I'm here too.
Hold up, y'all.
1-2, I'm here also.
Hold up.
Heplo, hold on.
Hold on. All right, everybody. I'm going to Black's channel. I'm gonna cut my stream short. So shout out to everybody that came through. Nothing but love. But this where the party going. So head on over there. You doing it for a while, Black?
We
gonna be here, man.
All right, cool.
Hey, Black,
head on over there, y'all.
I was like, oh shit, it's 11:23, and then 5 minutes later the fight came. I was like, wow, I just made it.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a long day. I woke up and she was the third round. I said, oh shit, he's still here.
But my Hooker, man, Hooker done good, man. He went out on his shield. You got to give him credit. He took the fight. He just came up short. He didn't duck. He didn't talk that stupid money talk, which is, he took the fight. You got to give him props, man. He a warrior, bro. And he won rounds, bro. He won.
Hey, so what does Hooker go from here? Do he stay at welterweight? Or do we go back down? What?
Nah, he can't. He's small. His face looks something at 147. He tall. He gotta stay there. He can get better. I mean, he might not never win the belt, but he can get fit. He can get some physical strength. I don't know if he need to do like more push-ups or dips or something, but he can get
protein, bro. He needs some protein in his life.
You know what I was thinking? I was like, nope. I was thinking that if you look at the way he throws his right hand, he doesn't get the right extension. So I was thinking somebody like Sugar Hill can help him throw that right hand and with the proper technique, you know what I mean? Or Emmanuel Storicos, rest in peace. He was always good with those tall boxers, his history, or somebody that can do it. But I think Bomac, they fought a good plan. See, I think the thing with Hooker is when he start losing, he just like forget it. Like when he start, it's just easier because it's conditioning and it's just easier to just fight like boom and try to brawl it out. But it actually was because of Vergil Ortiz was cutting the ring off, so he forced him to fight in that way, in a sense. So you got to give props to Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz, nice, man. He nice, bro.
Got people talking about Ortiz versus Danny Garcia. Yeah, Danny going to 54.
Danny, he talk with a manager. I can't.
Yeah, Swift is swiftly left welterweight. He out of there.
He's back on that sauce. I seen his face. I was like,
Spence back on that sauce. I ain't got no. I'm telling you, I miss all the early shit, the interviews. I don't know if they had a face to face or anything. I don't know.
Now they just showed him in the crowd. He was with Derek James in the audience. I didn't know what they were saying, but I seen it because I had.
They didn't have top flight security there to make sure Crawford don't go approach Errol.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, bro. So Vergil, I don't know nothing about that.
Vergil is nice though. I'm wondering if he having weight. Well, this is the third fight in a row where he didn't make weight on the first try. So that's kind of alarming, actually.
I don't know. What about Hooker though? I don't know about that dude. Hooker, when he came in to make weight, man, there was something like you could tell there was something wrong with him, man. Like,
yeah, he looked too skinny, didn't he?
Yeah, so not his reaction time. Like, you know how you if someone's trying to get your attention, you move your eyes, you just move your eyes to him, and you just move your head. He had to move. Like he would like shake and move his whole body, and I was like, man, I'm like, but he did make the weight. I think he was healthy, but I don't think it's good for him. No. I think he's a 154 pounder. He just always looks lethargic to me. In the ring, man. And I think he got the skill set, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, some people just ain't his levels to boxing, man. He just
we got sport advantage. What's happening?
What's up, Jordan?
Yo, what's up, guys? Give me 1 second.
You said I was capping, Jordan. Capping on.
Yeah.
When'd you go live, Black? Like how long?
I was I woke up, I went from watching the fight, and then I seen H Money was live. I jumped on his shit, and he was like, "Man, I'm about to get off. You gonna go live?" I'm like, "I guess so." And I just fired off my live, and that's how that went.
Yeah, I hit you in the Google chat. I was like, "Let me know if you're going live for the fighter. I'll take over."
Oh shit, I didn't even.
Wow.
Yeah, you checked.
At 154, that one good fit on him at 154. He just got to develop, and some people just not going to be able to win the belt. It's levels to boxing. That's just the way.
I think it took him like 3 rounds just to get warmed up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started looking a little sharper and a little crisper, but then he just got lazy. I think he was trying to let Ortiz punch himself out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got hurt, he got up and he started scrapping with him. And I'm like, hold him.
He don't know how to clinch. That's a skill.
Yeah, he gonna sit there and try to trade with the man who just hurt you while you hurt. I'm like, that's when you need your motherfucking corner to be screaming at you. They can hear you, especially during the pandemic. Your fucking corner should be like, yo, hold that motherfucker.
But Vergil.
I think that was a foregone conclusion. That Ortiz was gonna win. And like, you know, I was on a stream earlier, I don't want to say where they were asking if Ortiz is a contender. I mean, the guy's ranked number 2 in the WBO. How is he not a contender?
Because they're gonna say he took the punches from Hooker, and then they're gonna say, oh, you know how it is. But I mean,
but he's ranked number 2 in the WBO. Like, I wouldn't look. I don't think Ortiz is on the elite level of that division right now, but what I do think is that he's ranked number 2 in the WBO. That makes him a contender, and if he wants to dare to be great and fight Crawford, and Crawford can't get any other elite fighters in the ring with him, like Porter, Crawford, or Spence, like, why not fight Ortiz? He could beat the shit out of Ortiz and like make a statement there too. Like, like the guy is a contender no matter what. I don't care what anybody says. If you're ranked number 2, you're a contender.
But who do y'all think?
Yeah, that's very good words there. But we need some answers from Jalik, because he was clouting that same thing up earlier. He was saying that we need to make the Crawford fight now. And,
because that's what he want, and I don't hold nobody back. Now
if he want to fight,
I kind of agree with him on that.
If he want, that's what I'm saying. If he want,
okay. So who would you have winning that fight, Jalik?
I got Crawford on. I actually think he can go the distance against Crawford. I think he can go
Crawford by knockout, but it's a good fight.
I think.
Hey, real quick though. LeRon says the interviewer asked Hooker the gatekeeper question: "How do you rank the fighter that beat your ass?" Yeah, he was like, how do you think he'll do against Crawford? He was like, he ain't ready. I was like, oh shit, you gotta answer that question and shit.
Yeah, see, I gotta check out that interview.
You gonna tell the interviewer that the nigga that just whooped
You
your
see
ass.
what
ain't ready to
Hooker
crawl.
said about him?
No, what did he? No, I missed the interview.
Oh, you missed
Man,
that.
you're gonna have to catch it on the zone, Jalik.
What did he say, bro?
Yeah,
No,
he
he
said.
was just or go ahead, Black.
Oh, go ahead. Shit, Sport Advantage trying to cook.
He kind of alluded to the fact that Ortiz may not be that great.
Oh yeah. I think he
At
can.
least against Crawford in that matchup. He said he don't think he'll win.
Yeah. And he only fought one time last year. He gotta stay active more. He's only 22, so he gotta stay active, especially with this weight situation. Because you definitely can't have weight problems against him. But if you ask the question, well, Oscar De La Hoya, who do you think has a better chance of winning? Justin Bieber versus Tank or Vergil versus Crawford? Who do y'all think? Most people probably gonna say Ryan Garcia, and that's the actual big fight.
No. I think Vergil has a better chance.
Oh wow, you do?
Hold on. Did you say Ryan Garcia versus Crawford, or
No.
who did you compare
Ryan
him
Garcia versus Tank.
Run first.
For Tank. Tank.
to? Okay, see, we're getting into freaking pears and pineapples.
Oh, we just looking at the as a whole. You got to realize the way they base their decision is a business. So what is Oscar thinking? Because Oscar said he actually will take the Crawford fight. But if he would take the Crawford fight, then why wouldn't he take the Tank fight? That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but I think Ryan has a better chance to beating Tank. I think he can stop Tank too.
I just want to know what weight Tank's like gonna fight at. Like I don't know where he's gonna ever establish his place at in boxing. So.
Right now,
but I'm hearing it could be also too, because to be honest with you, most guys they're not gonna. Most people gonna say, you know what? After that performance, they might not be ready for Crawford. That's how most promoters think. So
you know why that nigga Errol Spencer tell you straight up?
Listen. He's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah,
so, I'll tell you this right now. I kind of wanted a little back and forth from Crawford and Spence. They were both in the same arena tonight. I wanted somebody to throw Pepsi at each other. Something. I wanted something to go down tonight.
They might still do it. They might. I mean,
is probably tired of each other, man. Be honest with you. They probably don't want you to give a fuck.
I did notice that Spence had his trainer as bodyguard again. So
at least somebody from Texas calling Bud out.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give him props. Like I say, even if he lose, but the thing about it is, you don't want him to lose and get damaged. Then he don't team. But I mean, that's how boxing is. You get damaged. I mean, you just get damaged. That's on him. He gonna have to fix whatever. But I think he got. I think he can. I think he can go the distance. Let's put it that way. I think he can make it.
He'll get credit for going the distance. I mean, hey, that'll be the first at welterweight. Crawford stopping everybody.
Nah, Black. I think he can win about. I think he probably win about.
Man, I like to see Vergil Ortiz get in there with Mean Machine.
That's what they said. Chris Mannix said that, I think.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they make that, because Oscar is looking like he cool with Bob Arum, and they might not want to put him in with Bud yet. But if the WBA forces,
that's gonna be a tough. Hey, that's gonna be a tough fight if you take that.
Mean Machine.
Yeah,
because Mean Machine cracking.
Yeah, that's a very tough fight.
It ain't no easy work. So either way, if you want to go to Crawford, Mean Machine, whoever, that's some real work right there.
Well, he is taking some real work. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like he fighting a midget like Libinets. You know what I mean?
You said a midget?
Snap.
Yeah.
That's to beat the shit out of Mean Machine, bro. Y'all tripping.
You out of your motherfucking mind.
Lipinets will beat the shit out of Mean Machine?
What the fuck Mean Machine gonna do to somebody, bro?
He beat the hell out of Lipinets, bro.
Matter of fact,
gold medals only matter to certain people.
He ain't got no damn gold medal, bro.
I wouldn't
people
mind
What did you
seeing
say? He could
Vergil
whoop.
Ortiz.
Go ahead,
I
Hap.
wouldn't mind seeing Vergil Ortiz fight Mean Machine or Boots Ennis or any of those people. But I do like the fact that he's daring to be great. The
Yeah.
guy is 17-0 with 17 knockouts, and he's calling out Terrence Crawford. Come on, let's give that guy some credit.
Yeah,
That's what we want to see in boxing. We want to see him fucking step up and put his nuts on the fucking line and put himself in the ring and with Crawford and try to beat his ass, bro. Because look,
you gotta
look. Vergil Ortiz hits to the body, just maybe even better than Spence. So let's see that. Why not? Why don't we give him the chance?
That's a
we want to say, oh, he needs to go fight Boots. He needs to go fight this guy. He needs to go. No, he doesn't need to do any of that shit. He's the fucking international WBO champion as of tonight. He won the international WBO champion. So he can fight Crawford, and we will all enjoy watching. That will be a nice fight.
What is the difference between international and worlds?
I don't know. I know he was ranked number 2.
International is below world.
Listen, Lipinets should have never left 140.
Okay.
He should have never left 140, man. His frame says so. You know what I mean? Like he should be fighting at 140. A guy like Vergil, Boots Ennis, you got a talented kid with a lot of size, a lot of advantages on this kid. So this is just like a baby step forward. You know what I mean? I'm not impressed. Like it's a step up, but I would really, with the amount of wins that he has, you would think that somebody would be willing to get in the ring with this dude, or his promotion team could get a decent guy in there with him. You know, a top-notch guy. You know, I mean, is Lipinets? What is he ranked? Where is he ranked? You know what I mean?
Well, he had the draw recently with Castillo Clayton, so that kind of put them in a weird spot. I felt because Clayton won the fight, but that kind of probably left him at like number 3.
That's what I mean, though. You taking a guy who coming off a questionable loss and really don't belong at 147, fighting a guy who don't really belong at 147, who could easily make 154, and it's just like, even though the dude got experience, I get it. You want to bring your guy up this way, but I don't think that even Boots wants that fight like that. I think Boots wants a bigger name, and I think he should get a bigger name. You know what I mean?
Really?
I'm not impressed with this fight. Like, what type of? I think he's ranked number 9, in the WBO, Lipinets, and I really don't understand this fight, to be honest with you, because Boots is ranked in what? The WBA? And this dude's ranked in the WBO.
It's a good top 20 fight, though.
I don't know, man. Like,
Lipinets is ranked like number 3 in the IBF or something like that.
Is he?
Yeah. Jaden just said that. He was, I think before the Castillo Clayton fight.
I don't
somewhere
know,
like
man.
that.
I think he's a good fighter. Like, I don't think, I'm not trying to knock the man, but if you really want to, if you want to make moves and have success in his career, he should be fighting at 140. And I would like to see Boots in there with a Kavaliauskas or a fucking a Keith Thurman, but I know that probably would never happen.
Hell no.
But I don't know, man. I just don't get certain shit. Even a Figueroa would be a better matchup, to be honest with you, because at least he been in there. He stopped the 147 pounder before,
Stop Figueroa, I think.
I don't know, man. Figueroa got trained by his sister, but
He's
listen,
not the same, bro. Dude don't stay in shape. He'll stop that dude.
I don't know, man.
Let's get Jalik's thoughts on Boots.
I'm just saying.
You think it's a good fight, Jalik?
Hold up. Let me make my point. To Black.
Bad.
Yo, if Guerrero went 12 with Floyd and Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman.
Mhm.
And then Omar Figueroa stopped him in like 3-4 rounds.
He was
That's
already
got to say something.
Nah, he was over the hill, man. At that.
You think so?
Listen, look at the inactivity before he took that fight. That motherfucker was doing commentary work and shit for I don't know if it was PBC, one of them. Dude wasn't active like that. He was inactive, and Omar Figueroa caught him at a good time.
But what I'm trying to say is, even in his last loss, who did he lose to? I'm trying to remember who he lost to. It was a one-sided. I thought it was kind of a one-sided ass whooping. Who did Figueroa lose to? You remember? Ugas, right? Ugas is a big dude, but he went 12 with him too.
I don't know who you beat. I don't know who you lost to.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know who that nigga lost to, bro. This shit was a long time ago.
Yeah, what, to Ugas?
You talking about Guerrero's last fight though? That he
I
lost?
was talking about Figueroa.
Oh, Figueroa lost to
Ugas.
Ugas, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a little more recent. And yeah, he got inactivity, but at least I don't know, man. Like, he got the frame to fit 147. You know what I'm saying? And this dude never been stopped or really, like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. I'm not impressed with the Lipinets. I think the style matchup and the size advantage is just lopsided as hell. Even though it's a decent name, I think it's a cupcake. You know what I'm saying?
I think Lipinets, he never been stopped either. He on a decent little run at welterweight. I don't think he ever lost at welterweight.
He not on no decent run. What you talking about though?
Knocked out Peterson, bro. It gotta count for something.
Yeah, Lamont Peterson is like his.
Y'all talk about washed fighters.
But Clayton, draw. The last time we saw him out, it was a little bit, underwhelming.
Talk about washed fighters, and you brought up Peterson.
Bro, Peterson.
You talked about
okay, that's a little unfair.
I don't know, man. All right, I guess I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't agree that that's a good, good run at welterweight. I mean, he did get the Peterson win, but he fought to a draw. Matter of fact, his first fight was trash, and then he fought to a draw with Castile Clayton in a fight where I felt he lost. And he just had the pleasure of being ranked high at welterweight, but really ain't done nothing. Really ain't
He's
done
a good 140 pounder that's fighting at 147. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. That's just how I look at it. That's it.
What's the better test, Lipinets or Maurice Hooker?
I gotta say
that's a good question.
Lipinets had a couple fights already at 47. Maurice Hooker stepped up. That was his first fight at 47. Lipinets at least had, a few fights.
That's a good point, TBS. That's a good point. Because I just feel like Hooker he's a big guy, but he ain't got that. He's missing an ingredient, man. He's missing something. Something ain't there, and I ain't touched it yet. You know what I mean?
His IQ ain't there. That's what it is.
Yeah, Bomac was telling him to do something. He did the total opposite of what Bomac told him to do. That's one.
I don't know, man. I think his body just gave out on him, man. I think he was doing a lot right. I mean, I think there was, towards the end of that fight there was 2 rounds that he was clearly winning and starting to establish his game. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, boy, you all good. You my man, $100,000. I'm just saying, he took too many unnecessary chances. You know what I'm saying? Because when he had him, he could have kept tagging him a little bit and coming out. I think he just stayed in the fire too long. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could have continued to pepper and set him up for shots and set shots up. And even when he got hurt, he just sat there and tried to slug with the man with a slugger. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, why ain't someone tell that man, yo, man? But like y'all said, it could be true. It might have been, the beginning and the end at that point, regardless. But at least do the right thing when adversity comes up. If the dude got you rocked, you're gonna sit there and continue to trade with him. That's just not a good thing. But shout out to Vergil Ortiz, because I thought that was a decent victory for him, for sure.
Lisa, what's going on,
Hey,
Lisa?
What's up,
hey,
Lisa? What's
hey,
up?
what's up, everybody?
How are you?
That was a
Salute,
fight.
Lisa.
Salute,
Yeah, what up,
everyone.
Lisa?
Queen B.
Hey, that was a great fight tonight, and I agree with you so much, 1-2 Kid, because you can't hook with a hooker. That's an old saying. The thing about Mo Hooker is he has so many attributes with the arm length, the reach, and he has to establish like a very nasty jab, like kind of like a Tommy Hearns type of jab. You know what I mean? Like, cause when I think of and I know it's a different weight class, but like when Tommy Hearns beat was it Virgil Hill at 175? He beat him off that jab, but I understand the proportions was different. Like cause Ortiz was the aggressor, but this guy Mo Hooker, if he just get the right space and distances right, like kind of like how Okolie fought earlier, he was circling the ring,
Yeah,
and I
very good
know that
point.
he was in there with a very experienced fighter, but the game plan was good. Like he circled the ring, he used his jab, and he kept touching the body. We was on together. I was in the chat. So with Mo Hooker, he likes to bang, but it may not be what's best for him. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how Paul Williams was like to give up, his attributes. So I guess it's like the great Floyd Mayweather say, fight smarter, not harder.
Right.
I think Okolie gave you a great example tonight of how to fight tall and maintain distance, and in continuance with that, fighting a southpaw and getting his foot on the outside with ease. He would step and get his foot on the outside and throw that backhand. Whereas with Hooker was engaging in a trench warfare battle with the guy he couldn't beat in that way.
That's the thing, is the man don't move side to side. Like, he gets off his shots, he's got a sneaky right hand, an overhand right, a good 1-2. He got good attributes, but he's good at keeping the distance. Like, he's good at getting shots off at the distance, but he ain't good at, like you said, Hablo, maintaining the distance, continuing to
Dude,
keep
if you
that
watch
distance there.
if you watch Okolie in that fight, he was maintaining that distance like really, really well.
Yeah,
Like,
and
the other guy
Okolie
would
took
jump
up about
forward.
half the ring.
Exactly. And like
guy.
Hooker should have taken a page out of that book.
Yeah, he just ain't fighting smart. I think Lisa Bell's hit it on the head, man. He should be fighting smart. And I think that it would definitely he would become more successful. He has decent power. He has a good jab, but he just kind of pushes it out there. Like, you think, he can snap it out there. There was moments where I think it was the third or fourth round, he came out and threw a snappy had some snap on his combinations. Boom, brought him back, brought his hands back up, moved it just a little bit, and then was just like, all right, I landed. Now I can keep landing and not move. It's like, nah, you got to continue to move. And I think maybe working with a guy like Bud Crawford, he thinks he got that dog in him too, and it ain't for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if he has to do it and he can't get away, that's one thing. But he ain't even giving himself the opportunity to make the move. Like, he ain't even taking that initiative to make the move.
That's a fact.
And that's all. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's it.
It's a good point.
That's a fact, bro. I agree with that 100%, bro. And the thing about it is, man, he could have fought at a range, man, and really could have did some damage, man. Because when he was fighting at a distance, he was hurting him. And if y'all remember that was the fourth round, he caught him with a good shot, and he could have just kept moving. He never moved. It was like he just stood there like a statue.
Yeah, he would freeze. He would like stand right in front of the man, and then be like, "Okay, I'm successful, so now I can just get off my shots." It's like, nah, you're successful because you was moving, and you were successful because you had the distance, and now you're allowing him to close the distance. You know, and even though, and I got to give it to Ortiz because he was paying for that real estate, but he was getting it. He was getting it. He had a tough jab. He had a snappy jab. His punches were more effective. And you could see that when they would both land the jabs, there'd be a difference in the way they land the jab. And it's funny that he stuck around to eat that jab, to eat that counter. When he threw the 1-2, he should have just, boom, stepped to the side, left or right. Shit, step right if you got to, and then just to switch it up on him, just go to the left, you know? Whatever you want to do, but at least you move. And I just didn't see that in him. He just felt like, okay, I'm touching him up. His face is marked up. I'm going to continue to do this. Now I'm just going to, you know, he was admiring his work. That's what he do. He admires his work too much.
Man, I wish LeBron would come on because he makes some hell of a good points in the chat. And I think, you know, it would help if he just came on here and just said it.
No. I don't. I think that's a terrible thing. I think sometimes the chat needs to, you know, like that's their thing, man. These great points. So I like LaRon in the chat, whether he chooses to come up here or not.
But I would like LeBron to come on. I'm just saying, from my point of view.
Hey, I think it'd be great if LeBron jumped on, but I think he's great in the chat also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Shout out to the chat warriors, man, all around the world.
No, maybe Mo Hooker, like some of these fighters have did somebody say it earlier? They have mental lapses during the fight.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, at one point, didn't he say something like I couldn't breathe? He said that to Bomac, right?
I had asked somebody
I didn't
earlier, was his nose broken?
He said that in the corner. He was like, I couldn't breathe, coach.
He said, man. Yeah, I didn't have the actual, like.
Oh, that's what he got hit with, that
then
body shot. That was that body shot he got hit with.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I thought it was from the nose, because you know when your nose is bleeding, you can't breathe either.
Yeah. Well, I think the man broke his hand. I think he ate 2 good body shots, broke his hand, and then got caught with a right hand and was like, "Yeah, that's it." You know what I mean? Like he just started getting.
You can breathe, Lisa, through your mouth when your nose is bloody.
Right, but you train to breathe through your nose.
Yeah, and with that gum shield in there, it makes it a lot less.
Yeah, and you don't want to open when you start breathing through your mouth. You better keep.
It opens up your chin. It opens up your chin.
Yeah, it opens up your chin, and he don't move enough. So he should, if he does want to breathe, he should work on his footwork and move side to side instead of straight back, like LaRon was saying, or just standing there and putting his high guard up and eating shots like Beterbiev was doing tonight.
Hey, Brotherhood, you potentially see this fight happening though? Crawford versus Ortiz. You know, Crawford avenging the loss for his boy Maurice Hooker.
I guess I see it happening if the Porter fight don't happen. But you know, Crawford scouting, he's scouting Josecito Lopez, so we probably get that fight first.
What y'all think of that fight? If it do go down, y'all think that's a decent fight or no?
He gonna be game. I respect.
I mean, we're gonna watch it.
It's an irrelevant fight. I'll watch it, but it's irrelevant.
There's young billionaire. Tell his ass to hop on. I was worried about him. I thought he was like may have got kidnapped or something.
I guess Bob don't want to pay Sean Porter. Yeah. Wow. It's sad.
Bob don't want to pay nobody. He don't want to pay Bud. He don't want to
Wait, they
pay.
offered Sean.
He don't
They
want to pay
offered Sean
Teal.
Porter $2 million, didn't they?
Yeah, but he ain't trying to pay nobody nothing anyway. Trying to get some fucking dollars out of his pocket is like, I don't know, man. It's like asking. It's like trying to sell a bum a half-eaten sandwich for $5. It ain't gonna happen.
I think
But you don't think $2 million is a good price for Sean Porter?
I think it's gonna happen. I think the WBO, because word on the streets this fight with Hooker versus Vergil was supposed to be like for a Mando shot, but I think they're gonna enforce Porter versus Vergil Ortiz. Now, if Porter say I don't want to fight Vergil Ortiz, then they just gonna make Vergil Ortiz the number one Mando to fight either the next person in line, or they just have Vergil Ortiz fight Crawford. That's what I got a feeling is gonna happen. But I would rather see Crawford fight Vergil Ortiz because that's a more competitive fight than Porter. Porter on paper appears to be dangerous. Now Porter on paper he'll get credit, but Crawford or Vergil Ortiz is in my opinion better than Sean Porter right now. That's just my opinion.
That's an excellent point, Malik. I think you had the best point at the beginning of that when you were saying, like what is Crawford going to earn from this victory? What belt is he going to earn? Right. I think Haplo was telling us it's an international title.
Yeah, I heard is working towards, because he already ranked number 2 before this title, so he already number 2 behind Sean Porter. So technically they could. Because I believe you have 18 months in the WBO to fight your Mando. He fought Mean Machine December 2019, so he still got like 3 more months in June to be his deadline. So they probably order Porter versus them, or they might just straight order Ortiz versus Sean Porter, depending on who really won it. Because they say,
damn, that'd be fun ass fight.
Yeah, Porter versus Vergil Ortiz.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I would like to see Bud get that dude on his resume.
Fight.
But then that's a good I wouldn't be surprised if Bud gets Pacquiao. If Bob don't fuck it up, I think it could be possible, man. Because them Arabs ready to put up 50 mil to have it, and they got a crowd.
But what about Mikey?
Yeah, I'll be surprised.
No, he fighting Mikey.
I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I know. Everybody be shocked. I'll be kind of shocked too. But I'm just saying, man, $50 million, man. I mean, money talks, and maybe, like I said, unless Bob because Bob's a rich dude, he just don't like doing nothing nowhere else, and the way he don't want to do it, and you know what I'm saying. That's his fucking problem, man. Like,
hey, man, that's Manny Pacquiao's old belt anyway. Might as well go get it back.
Well, yo, that WBA, would that be up for grabs if they fought?
Because he in recess.
He's in recess.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. If
he got to fight to get it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got to fight to get it back.
Okay, good.
But if he fight Crawford, then that'd be unified. I don't know.
That's some bullshit though. How they stripped him. He shouldn't even have to fight to get it back. Like,
Black. The fact that they stripped Manny Pacquiao, it shows that the PBC has some kind of influence over the WBA.
Yeah.
Honestly,
do you think they're making it up?
It has to.
It has to
because if you think about it from the WBA perspective, like Manny Pacquiao is going to bring in more money and sanctioning fees than any other fighter in that division. But for them to strip Pacquiao just like that shows that PBC has like an influence over them.
That don't make no sense, man.
Man, you listen, hold on, brotherhood. Conspiracies is a goal until this situation.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense.
Nah,
hey,
bro.
Ron. Hey, I see you trying to come in, bro, but says your device not connected, so I can't get you in right now.
We can debate that if you want.
Yeah, just don't do it. Haplo is like 28,000-0.
Bro, if
dubs on the UGC, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Don't do it.
We can debate the future.
Don't debate Hap. Just don't do it. But anyway,
Go ahead.
nah, just ignore this man. Ignore this man, Hap. Trust me. But when it's all said and done, man, they did strip that dude, Manny Pacquiao, and Ugas inherited the belt. But nobody called that man that paper champ email. It's crazy. Ugas
They
got a
did
break.
that. You know why they did that? They did that so that Spence could get another title without fighting Crawford. That's why they did that.
Yeah, but to keep it real, did anybody have Porter beating Ugas? So technically, wouldn't he be the champ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a different belt. That's a different belt.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he'd still be a champ, though.
But Ugas didn't have the belt until they stripped Manny Pacquiao.
That's a different belt.
But Manny Pacquiao cock blocking though, like he's sitting on his belt. He ain't trying to.
Hold on, but how, Jaleel?
Hold on, what was that?
It took him 2 years.
Why is he cock blocking? This is the guy who has the legacy. Hang on, Jalik. This guy has the legacy in the division.
So
He's
what?
got way more.
I just want to point out that neither one of them own roosters.
So what?
Hold on. Let me finish. This guy has way more accomplishments, way more legacy in the division. He had the WBA super belt for beating a real guy in Thurman. Okay, he got the WBA super, and they just stripped his ass for nothing, for no reason.
Stripped this dude
for no reason.
So you don't
no reason. And
You call it a cavity search.
And gave it to Ugas because they know
Gave it to that man.
They know Spence can beat Ugas and get that belt.
Mm.
And then that's why they did it.
I think that's a good.
Okay, so why didn't Manny
I don't know,
Pacquiao
man.
If that's-
Ugas. I don't know. Ugas
All right, so
might-
real quick.
Logic dictates that they know Spence can beat Ugas, and that's why they gave him the belt.
You know what?
Why did Manny Pacquiao fight Earl Spence?
Period. End of story.
If that's the case, Hap, I can't agree with y'all on this one. I gotta say, man, like the WBA, they stripped him, but at the same time, I can recall us like a year ago talk about the same shit, talking about Manny got to fight somebody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He just sitting on that fucking belt. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing his fucking resume.
Everybody wants a long
One,
recess.
Hold up. I'm not arguing.
Let me rebuttal you.
Hey, Hap. Let him cook.
You gotta let me talk, man. So what I'm trying to say is, look, this dude, we don't want this motherfucker. We don't want this motherfucker with the belt, and he ain't trying to unify with anybody. I thought that's what we was against. No, real talk. Like that's what we're against. And don't get me wrong, he is the top-notch fighter, and he's got a legacy with him and all that shit. But at the same time, it's like, this dude just sitting on the belt, and he's sitting on the belt, and he holding up undisputed. Just like
One, two.
I disagree.
Who is he fighting? Was he gonna fight
I didn't
Spence?
claim him.
Is he gonna fight Spence or Bud?
All right, so let Lisa rip. Go ahead, Lisa.
Hey, listen, I don't think
real quick.
the thing is,
Haplo. Let Lisa
cook. Let her go.
No, I'm just gonna say I don't know the timeline, but we have to factor in with the pandemic and everything. But if me personally, if I was Pacquiao, I'm the prize. I'm the one with all the legacy. I'm the Hall of Famer, the ATG. I would have had it where they have to fight each other and then come see me for undisputed.
Right.
That's how it should be.
That's
how it should be.
No. Y'all
that's how it should
Let me follow up.
Y'all want to fight me? I'm the walking legend. I'm the damn Hall of Famer. Y'all got to come to me. That's how it should be.
That's right, Lisa. You tell him.
Yep, you could say Manny Pacquiao.
That's how it used to be. I don't know about this shit going on now.
Yeah, facts.
Pacquiao was trying to fight goddamn Ryan Garcia, man. Stop it.
Nah, man. Look, but listen, dudes will give Canelo a pass and all this, so and all kind of other fighters a pass. Manny Pacquiao just beat Keith.
2 years ago.
Just beat Keith Thurman.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the
2
pandemic
years
ago.
occurred.
Exactly.
Hold on. Pandemic occurred. A lot of
not 2 years
restrictions
ago.
in different countries and all of that.
You know what, dude? That's horseshit, y'all. You know why that's horseshit? Because you're gonna sit here and talk about the pandemic and this man clamoring, and he said he want $40 million to fight Bud. Cut the shit.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was bullshit.
y'all.
I agree with that.
Shout out to
But,
1-2.
let me come back on 1-2.
That's his retirement
Okay.
fund.
Nah, he
Nah,
Right.
man, yo,
Back
being
on
a
He belongs to the
congressman
sport to deserve that, in my opinion.
1-2. Look, bro, I don't want to embarrass you, but
You can't.
I'm telling you, you don't think so?
Try it. Hey, yo, you
No,
can't.
no,
Yo,
we're not
you
getting
know
into
what?
this.
Let's
get to the conversation. Let's just get to
All
the
right,
point.
1-2.
Yo,
I need to
you
hear
can
the
have a whole
point.
panel.
We get
Let's
so
do this.
lost in this.
They
Let's do this.
de-strapped Manny Pacquiao to give Ugas the belt so that Errol Spence could get another belt without fighting Crawford. Is that
Damn.
not a fact?
Damn.
That may be a fact, but that has nothing to do
Is
with
that
what we
not a
talking
fact?
about.
It's a yes or no question.
He still ain't fighting nobody.
Is it a
Man,
yes or no
listen real
question?
quick though. Hold on. Oh, let me throw this point in there. Errol Spence got drunk, was flipped from his car, was out in the was in the hospital, had to recover. They didn't strip this man though.
Yeah, Black.
But
I
Manny
don't think you're
Pacquiao.
That's a point that I
1-2
made.
kid.
He had the
1-2 kid.
What?
Manny got stripped for what reason?
What reason though?
When's the last time he fought?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
There
Earl
was a
Spence came
pandemic.
back
You
and
just said
quicker.
it.
He
When
came
is
back
the last
quicker.
time he fought? That's why.
But I'm looking
shit
at
out
Lisa,
of
but what I'm
fucking
talking
Keith
about
Thurman.
is
He holding up
What?
undisputed.
Exactly.
I mean,
out of
some
Keith
people say
Thurman.
they're
Not
still
holding
trying
up
to
under-
strip Keith
Listen.
he
This is
just got
exactly
the belt,
Look,
but Manny's
look,
held
look,
up
look,
undisputed, but he
look,
just got the belt.
He holding up undisputed. Listen, I want y'all to
he's
pay
not
attention.
holding up
Crawford was
All right,
champion
you gonna let me
He's
get my
not.
point across, or you gonna
Lisa,
you just gonna keep running your mouth?
Lisa just said.
I know what Lisa said.
Lisa
That's a
just
point
said
that I made
that
3 months ago.
Pacquiao should wait behind and let
Yo.
Spence and Crawford fight each other.
That's a point that I made 3 months ago.
And
Lisa
fight the
will tell
winner.
you I said that.
I agree with that point.
As a matter of fact, I made that with you, and you and me debated. And I said, listen, why don't
we never debated.
Listen,
the first
why don't
time.
no, we ain't now because you gotta let me talk. Hey man, I ain't the one. I'm gonna tell you that
we
when I came
never
into
debated, bro.
when I came into the UGC, I said
What's the
anybody
kid?
can get it. Yo, look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I
you
said
can
that
get it
months
too.
look, do what you gotta do, brother. I got love for you, but hey, if you want to debate the kid,
Hey,
you asking for all the
homie.
smoke.
Yeah, just
But
You're
look,
my
what I'm
homie.
trying to say
You
is
got
number
all the
one.
smoke
Man,
right
no, I
now.
can't
You
hear you.
got major
Number
smoke.
one.
Let him
You
cook,
see
Cap.
what you did, Jaleel?
Let him
You see what
talk,
you did, Jaleel?
please.
He's
Listen.
got massive smoke right now.
Yo, whatever, man. Shit, I'm a flame. So you know what I mean? Ain't no smoke around me. So here's what it is. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I said that shit like 2-3 months ago, and I said, listen, fucking Bud and Spence should fight, and it would be one of the biggest fights after they won. Did I or did I not? You was there. Lisa was there.
I don't disagree with you on that. So what do we disagree on?
No.
So let him finish, Hap. Let him finish.
Disagree on the
But
fact that this man is.
I want to find out where we
That's
disagree.
cool. Look, I'm gonna say where we disagree. I disagree on the fact that the man was holding up undisputed, and this is how he was holding up undisputed because these two dudes don't want to. These two dudes ain't fighting. He's not fighting. Neither one of these two dudes. So they all holding up undisputed. But the fact of the matter is, these dudes defending his titles, and he's not.
Bro, you got one guy who's a legend. Who's done everything?
Well, what's that got to do with him?
Let him finish. 1-2. Go ahead, Hap. Go ahead, Hap.
All right, it's my turn now. 1-2. So you gotta sit back, relax, buckle up your seatbelt, and get ready for the ride.
Yeah. Get your phone up.
I'm gonna tell you, Manny Pacquiao did everything he was supposed to do and more in the welterweight division. Okay, he's still there. He had the WBA Super Championship. He had the real title in the welterweight division. They stripped him. They stripped him like he was on stage at Spearmint Rhino. Okay? They stripped him for no fucking reason. Like, plenty of guys have gone longer than him without fighting and not gotten stripped. So
I'm not
they
saying
stripped
that.
him.
I'm not
Hold
saying
on,
that's
hold on. They stripped him like Spearmint Rhino. They gave it to Ugis. Why do you think they did that? They did that to give Spence a chance to get another title without fighting Crawford. He can get another big title, a major big boy title, without fighting Manny Pacquiao. Okay? That's bullshit right there.
Okay.
And
I'll tell you what's bullshit.
we call it like it is.
All right,
here
that's cool.
on the UGC.
All right, you call it like it is. That man ain't fought since July 2019.
Doesn't matter. When did you get
Oh,
fight?
now it don't matter.
Hey, real quick. Hold on.
1
1 second. Real quick. Can I make this point? The former WBA champ was out probably longer than Manny Pacquiao, right? With inactivity.
Dude, how long
and
did
get
they
stripped.
give Keith Thurman before they stripped him? They didn't strip him for a
Yeah,
long
he was off a long ass
It's
time.
like 2 years.
Think about it.
They never they stripped him with
But
the
Manny
fucking
Pacquiao got it like, oh hell no, we got to get this
Kathmandu.
man.
Come on,
I'm not
Dude.
saying. Hey, I didn't say that they shouldn't strip the man. The man was sitting there. We flamed the fact that they should
You
have
said
stripped
he
the
was
man.
holding
Well,
up the division. You said
he is
He's
holding
not
up
holding
division,
up the division.
just like Thurman was.
Like Lisa Bale said, he should have fucking sat back.
He don't
and
need
let
a
these
fucking
two guys
belt.
fight
He's
each
a
other.
legend. He's a fucking
But he
legend.
beat the champ
The fuck does
though.
it matter?
Why should
Yeah,
he
he
be
beat the
stripped of
champ.
the belt?
He beat the belt.
He
Why
beat the
should he be
champ.
stripped of the belt that he fucking won?
He beat the champ. Hey, H Money.
Because if you ain't willing to defend it, then you ain't a champion.
He's not.
He is.
No one
He
All right,
might
so-
as well be the
real quick.
WBC franchise
Oh
champion.
Lord, are you kidding me?
Hey, what's up, H?
Yo, what's good? What's up with it, my boy Black Horseman? What's good, everybody on the panel? Haplo,
Hey.
1-2 Kid, Lisa Bells of the Brotherhood. Shout out to if I forgot anybody, please forgive me. What's good?
What's happening, bro?
Hey, yo, Black, chalk that one up. That's another one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can chalk it up, but we could put that shit to a vote. You want to put that shit to a vote?
Oh no,
Say,
man.
you know, Black gonna say it. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Sure.
That's just one person.
Yo, shout out to
Sure.
Jalik, the leader too, man. Jalik, I see you, man. You know, it was a great night of boxing once again. Vergil Ortiz looked phenomenal. I want to congratulate Lawrence Sicoli in the UK. He became a cruiserweight world champion. You know, he looked phenomenal. This was a great day of boxing. And Vergil Ortiz looks like a young star. He's a young phenom in the sport of boxing. Vergil Ortiz, 17 wins, 17 knockouts at only 22 years old. This kid is amazing. He got the heart. He got the chin. He showed the chin today. He took Maurice Hooker best punches, ate him, kept coming, pressure, attacking him. You know, the body punching. You know what I'm saying? The jab, everything. He looked phenomenal. So at a young age, we know Terrence Crawford is the champion. We know Vergil Ortiz is ranked number 2 in the WBO. So this fight is going to happen. I think Terrence Crawford is the best fighter right now in the world. Terrence Crawford, pound for pound, the best fighter. You know, I think Vergil Ortiz he's not ready. He's not ready for that fight. You know, but if he takes it, we want that fight. I want that fight. Terrence Crawford is going to win. He's going to give him a boxing lesson. It's going to look like Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo type of fight, man. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford, he's on a different level. This guy is amazing. So I'm looking forward to the big fight. Hopefully they can make it happen next. But Vergil Ortiz in his post-fight interview, Vergil Ortiz, you know, they asked him, does he want to fight Crawford? You know what I'm saying? And he said, sure. You know, but it wasn't like, I want Terrence Crawford. I'm gonna beat up Terrence Crawford. He wasn't talking like that.
Right,
Yeah.
I agree.
He won
He already had that enthusiasm like that.
He has confidence issues, and that's gonna catch up to him. But I like him. Let me
was saying that earlier too.
Yeah, I was saying that. Yo, 1-2 kid, you right, bro. Manny Pacquiao is not bigger than the sport. He's paying off debt that he owed. He's paying off all this debt, cock blocking, and like Lisa said, if you're so big, why you need a belt? Like,
That's disrespect, man. I don't know.
Do you really want to see him fight Mikey Garcia, bro? That's what he's trying to do.
Who said that?
I'm just saying.
I didn't say that, but to strip the dude though, that shit.
Come on. He gotta go. He trying to do this. Then they brought up Ryan Garcia. He tried to play the politics game, and they got him out of there. He not bigger than the sport, man. Like Manny Pacquiao. Like, when is he gonna retire? Like, he got his accomplishments. Okay.
Hold on. So real quick.
See him fight no more. Like,
hey, instead of stripping him, they could have just mandated him to fight with like Ugas or something, right?
That's true. That's true.
Right?
They did.
So,
champion.
They just stripped the dude though,
but
right?
they champion the recess. So as soon as he come back or whatever, then I guess he'll just be ready for it. But it's like nobody want to see him fight Mikey Garcia. Like, that's like, I mean, it actually is a good fight, but like, fight Crawford.
Nobody wanted Errol Spence to fight the nigga, but it happened.
Yeah.
So it's okay when Earl fight the nigga. As soon as Manny want to fight him, oh hell no.
He ain't fighting 2 years.
Ain't nobody okay that Mikey shit. I ain't okay that Mikey shit.
As soon as Manny want to fight Mikey.
Yeah, we've been flaming Mike. Yeah, but I'm saying, how you gonna flame Spence for fighting him and then not flame Manny for fighting?
I'm not flaming. It's not about me. They stripped the dude. So
right, but I'm saying maybe they stripped him because they threw fucking Ugas at him, and that motherfucker was like, "Nah, I ain't fighting that dude."
No, I'm saying they mandated it.
The straw was
mandated it
against Ryan Garcia. They probably like, bro, you playing games. Let's get him out of here. He over whatever. They like, bro, you go. Ryan Garcia, nah. Let's get this guy out of here.
Yo, I ain't knocking the fact that Manny Pacquiao went in there and beat Keith Thurman, a young, hungry lion, and took his belt from him. I mean, that's a hell of an accomplishment. And all the things that he did, fantastic fighter. I love watching Manny Pacquiao. I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. But let's just be real for a second. This dude holding on to a belt since 2019. He's just sitting on the shit. And we always boast in motherfucking undisputed. And yet this motherfucker be like, maybe I'll fight Mikey. Maybe I'll do this. And they like, nah, man. Fuck all that shit. Maybe they came at him and he said no. And they were like, well, fuck it. We take it. We don't know what happened behind closed doors.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Well, to Haplo's point of them setting up to just throwing another guy in there instead of Bud Crawford to stop unification at Ugas, which is could be a true point, but that shit may not go fucking Earl's way.
It may not go
Earl.
It's an absolutely true point.
Let him finish.
That may not go Earl's way because Ugas is not a fucking pushover. So it might bite him in the ass. We don't know.
I think
that's a good fight.
Dude, I think he's gonna beat Ugas, but it's gonna add more wear and tear. So in his mind, he think he's doing the best thing to get the belt, but it's not actually smart to increase his chances versus Crawford because he gonna take more wear and tear. And if technically if he was, they always talking about money, the pay-per-view not gonna do well. So if Crawford was to fight a nice pay-per-view, and then not to get into the money, it's not on the outside it looks good, like, oh, he getting a third belt, but to increase his chances to be undisputed is actually not even smart to even take the Ugas fight. But people probably think it is, but they gonna see because Ugas go to the body, he rugged, he gonna win though, but it's just more wear and tear on his body, and it's just. It's not smart.
He rolling the dice with that shit. He rolling the dice with that when he could just go in there and go for fucking Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? And go for three and go for unification. But he ain't doing that. He want to fight Ugas, and you know what? He might be stepping in shit.
Yeah, that's not.
Y'all saying Ugas pose a bigger threat than Crawford. I'm glad y'all said that.
And nah, you just putting words in people's mouth. That's what you doing.
Is wear and tear on your body, and I know Ugas beat Crawford in the amateurs. I also think he beat Earl too, but I mean the amateurs ain't the pros. But he just a rugged type fighter. You know what I'm saying? But he
Earl was only 15 when that happened. They got stopped.
Ugas is dangerous. But
15
to be
years
honest
old.
with you, Vergil Ortiz is more dangerous than Ugas. I tell you that.
Who handled Ugas better than anybody? I
Who
mean, who
handled
handled
him?
a Porter better than anybody?
Yeah, that's true. He bullied Porter too. He bullied him. Yeah. In my
You know, he made Porter box.
yeah, he was
That's a fact. That's a fact.
He messing with Memo, right? He's still with Memo. Ugas is right.
Hey man, I'm just saying. I don't know that. These Cubans can scrap, and that dude is nice, and he's big. He's a big welterweight. I'm not knocking that fight. I think Earl might be stepping in shit taking that fight.
Yeah, it's gonna add more wear and tear to his body.
Yeah, and then he might have to go ahead and get it. But those dudes should have been done got it on Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, because that would have been the best fight to make. And then the winner would have got a Manny Pacquiao, and that would have made it more enticing for Manny to jump in there. And they'd be like, Manny, you got to fight this guy. Then Manny fighting for undisputed against a guy who just one of these guys who just beat the other. To me, that's massive. That puts the welterweight division back on the map. Like that puts it in Floyd Mayweather status. But when nobody listening except for Lisa and Haplo, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like I'm not arguing the point that Lisa made, because she made a damn good point. I'm arguing the point that, man, this dude, he's holding it up. I'm gonna fight Mikey. Why you fighting Mikey?
Yeah,
because he waiting too on this motherfucking pandemic.
Pandemic tune-up, bro.
Yeah,
pandemic.
Yeah, he's playing games, bro. He's still fighting. It's the young man's sport. Get the young man's playing. But I get it. He probably got a lot of debt from when he was with Top Rank all them years, and he got.
Hey, real quick, let me ask H Money, man. I came in kind of late, but you was already cooking with the live stream of your own. Was there any conversation between Earl and Bud this time or nothing?
Nah, I didn't see it. You know, Spence, he was in the crowd with his girl, and you know what I mean? He just was chilling. And you know, Crawford was working the corner with his boy Maurice Hooker, but it looked like the attention was on Terrence Crawford and Vergil Ortiz. They building up Terrence Crawford.
I feel that because I saw when Ortiz won and he was making his after the fight comments, he was talking directly to Crawford, and Crawford was responding. They were showing it back and forth between Crawford and Ortiz. Spence was like off to the side doing nothing as usual.
Hey, but you know what Terrence Crawford said? You know, when they put the camera on him, Terrence Crawford said, "I will stop him."
Yeah, he did. He said it. Stop you.
Hey, do you think that's true, H? You think he'll stop Ortiz?
Yeah, Ortiz get hit too much. Crawford gonna make him pay. You know what I mean? He gonna make him miss, and he gonna make him pay.
I think that's a good fight though for Crawford, because it's like a guy who goes to the body real well, the way that Spence does too, and you know, a guy who's relentless and a guy who's going to push him. So, you know, if he can't get the Spence fight, like, why not take that Ortiz fight? Who knows? Like, Ortiz is a tough guy. Like, he's not going to come in there to lose. So, I feel like, you know, a Crawford versus Ortiz fight would be a good fight, actually, and a precursor to a Spence fight, because, you know, why didn't Spence get up in there? Why didn't he jump in?
They both from Dallas.
They weird.
Why didn't Spence jump in the ring? Come on, like, bro, who are you?
Gotta be invited.
He wasn't talking about.
Haplo, you gotta be invited in people's rings.
Not with the zone. The zone different, bro. They less corporate.
No, you jump in the ring and you just
no. You saw what Canelo did to those people that hopped in the ring.
That's Canelo. That's
Ali. Like, bro, people jump in the ring and, like, you know, I'm from the old school, I guess. I don't know.
But hey, Crawford was there, bro. Crawford said he'll knock him out, bro. So I mean, what more do you want from the guy? He was there. He walked up to Ortiz. He pointed at Vergil Ortiz, and he said he gonna get him. You know what I mean? So, well, I mean, that's enough for me.
Well,
to
hold
say that
up.
he knocked the man out on camera.
I think we missing the point here. We got to give the zone props for recognizing Bud, even though they were very careful. They were very careful in how they were like, some people consider this guy pound for pound the best in the world.
He is the
best. That shit was funny to me.
He is the best. DAZN has the best fighter pound for pound in the world. Well, I'm saying he is the best fighter pound for pound number one.
But what I'm trying to say is,
I agree with H Money on that. He is.
At least they recognized him.
Yeah,
I've seen him where they didn't even put Bud up there as a champion.
Yeah,
you know
the zone don't cock block like that. The zone, you got to give them they props. Like I wouldn't mind if I want to see Crawford fight. You know he ain't fighting Earl. I want to see him fight Vergil or Porter next. I don't want to see Josecito Lopez. I mean, it'd be an exciting fight. I ain't gonna lie, but from
it'd be anticlimactic though.
Yeah,
as far as
like from a competitive standpoint,
I gotta agree with y'all. I think the matchup would be probably fun, but it kind of defeats the purpose. Like there's nothing there.
Lopez is like a gatekeeper now.
Yeah,
it's exciting though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's gonna be a very exciting fight, but Vergil would be more exciting and more competitive, and then I think Vergil Ortiz from the looks of it, I don't know. I just think he got a better chance to beat Crawford than does Errol Spence. That's just my opinion, man. I just see
Vergil got a better chance than.
Yeah, it's obvious he got more power.
Is anybody else hearing the robots, or is it just me?
Yeah, it's just you, because I don't.
You know what? I think that's a good fight for Vergil Ortiz. Josecito Lopez.
They got the
that is a good fight. That's a good fight.
That's a fun fight. Oh, is it?
Bro, what about daring to be great, 1-2 kid?
No. I'm not knocking
he
that.
He will dare to be great. The fight with Crawford is going to happen, bro. And guess what? It's going to be one of the biggest fights in boxing. Vergil Ortiz, he's a phenomenal fighter, bro.
I'm just saying it don't benefit Bud at all. And this is why I'm going to say this. I'm going to be 110% with y'all. Look, if Vergil goes in there, he's a big enough guy to where I don't think it will really damage his career going in there with Bud, even though Bud's a dog. I think he could probably take it, even if he gets stopped and come back and still be a great fighter. If
that could be a classic fight.
But if Bud beats him convincingly, they'll say he was green. And if he beats Josecito Lopez, they'll say he was washed, even though in his last fight he was beaten up on Keith Thurman. He won't get credit. What Bud needs is a Sean Porter. You know what I mean? Style matchup. I would love to see a Sean Porter and a Vergil Ortiz. But I don't think it benefits Bud because I think Bud needs that big name to get him over that hump so people can stop putting out this shitty ass narrative that this dude can't fight. You know what I mean? Like, because that's bullshit. This is, to me, I think he's the best welterweight in the division. And I don't think it's going to benefit him by beating either one of these guys. And he's rolling the dice.
I couldn't agree with you more right there, man.
I agree with Haplo with the fact that he's saying that I think that they throwing in to avoid a unification with Spence, they throwing him in there with Ugas.
Wait. Let's just stop for a second. You agree with Haplo. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. What I don't agree with you on is the fact
went ahead and clipped it.
Right. But what I'm trying to say is what I don't agree on is I don't think that that's an easy fight for fucking Errol Spence.
I didn't say it was an easy fight.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying even though they doing it, I get it, but I'm like, he might be stepping in.
The main point here we have is
Virgil
that you agree with that,
Virgil
brother.
better than Ugas.
So there we go.
Well,
10-0.
if that makes your day, yeah, I agree with you on that. But you never allowed me. You
No,
never
you
allowed me
did.
to
It
say
did
that.
make my day. It did
Yeah,
make my
yeah,
day.
but don't think that you ain't get bodied, because on that Manny Pacquiao shit,
no.
you felt
You
the
bought
funk.
it yourself by
Oh, you think
disagreeing
so?
with
By
me.
me saying that? By me saying that I agree with you? By me keeping it
Yeah.
100? Oh, okay.
No, keeping it 100 is
not
always a
biting
good
yourself.
thing. Keeping it 100 is always good, but you know, he kind of did admit that I was right.
Oh no, that wasn't the point we was talking about though.
Okay.
We were talking about Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao
All
being
right.
stripped.
All right, so
Yeah.
I almost
I like how
forgot my
you mixed
point.
that up, though. You moved the goalpost. That's cool though.
I didn't move any goalposts.
Okay, so no. Everybody, let's just calm it down. But yeah, I do like the whole point, and even Ugly Games was commenting on it in the chat, saying, why does he need Danny or Sean Porter first? And that's a good point. It's like he's forever going to be chasing old Spence wins. And at what point do we just give him the title shot?
Hey, do y'all agree with this? Jalik in the chat put Vergil better than Ugas and Porter right now. Y'all agree?
Yo, is Jalik on the panel?
Much better, definitely.
Yeah, he always do that, but
I think he's a
He's
hotter
right.
commodity. I think
you
he's a
think
hotter
so?
I
Yeah,
think
he's
a
right,
hotter
bro. Come on,
commodity.
Virgil. Come on. Sean Porter couldn't even knock out fucking Formella. You know what I mean? And also remember, you know what I mean? Danny Garcia. Come on, what was his best win at welterweight? I think Maurice Hooker better than Robert Guerrero, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So I think right now Vergil Ortiz, yeah, he's better than Ugas. He'll sleep Ugas. Put Ugas to sleep, bro.
Yeah. That'll be a hell of a fight too.
He just gonna sleep the Cuban just out of nowhere.
Ugas got hurt in his last fight. He almost got knocked out in that fight.
They could mandate that fight, but Virgil, nice man. I mean, like I said, I don't protect fighters.
Matter of fact, he beat the shit out of the dude that 1-2 Kid was talking about, Omar Figueroa, didn't he?
Yeah,
he dominated.
He stopped Guerrero.
Figueroa. I would put if I was.
He ain't stopping.
If I was,
never been stopped.
I would put him in with Rashidi Ellis next. I don't know if Rashidi Ellis is turning the fight down because he's already with Golden Boy, because Rashidi Ellis got a nice right hand and he's fast. I got him beating Rashidi Ellis, but that will allow him to deal with his speed before he fights Crawford. That's my manager. But as a fan, if he wanted to fight, I don't hold nobody back. Like, if you want to fight, go ahead, hey, because I don't protect these guys. But go ahead and put him in there, because I can see how he make it real interesting versus Crawford, especially if he be patient, because he shows some patience in his fight. His other fights,
I want to see how Crawford deals with that body punching.
Exactly.
That's what I want to see.
Exactly.
Because that's what Spence is going to bring.
Yo, let me see what the Brotherhood think.
Think about what?
What these brothers are debating right here.
Ortiz.
What Hablo just said.
He's a Spence fan.
I lost the point, bro. Like, what you talking about? Ortiz versus.
Do you think Ortiz is better than Ugas and Porter right now?
Brotherhood. What I was saying was that I want to see if Crawford can't get a better fight, that he should fight Ortiz, because I want to see how he deals with that body punching, and that will tell us something about the Spence fight.
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight at least a guy that looked dangerous and he undefeated. Like, if that looked like that's the best fight he can get, then
100% KO ratio.
I don't believe that bullshit that he can't get a fight with anybody in the top 5. So I don't know. I'm probably not gonna like that matchup regardless.
Yeah, he just doesn't believe you guys.
Yeah, I don't believe Crawford bullshit, man. He can fight anybody he wants, but they just gotta put the money up.
They're gonna have to keep Vergil active, man. That's not Him coming in, missing the weight. Or I know they lied about the scale because this happened 3 fights in a row.
Okay, it was 0.6. Come
But
on.
he was active tonight.
Bro, that's not normal. 3 fights in a row happened for Brad Solomon. It happened for Homeboy.
Hold on, but he didn't miss weight though.
If you miss weight the first try 3 times in a row, that's a problem. That's not cool. I'm telling you, that's not 3 fights in a row. That's a problem. And he's not as active. He's
That
only
is a problem. I agree with
Shout out
that.
to the stat keepers of first missed weight.
3 times in a row. Come on, man. You gonna fight Crawford? And he not as active. I would say keep him more active. This is where Top Rank. I be on him all the time, but this is where Top Rank will keep him more active. Like he probably will come back in June, and he should be fighting more. But we'll see what he gonna do, because I'm sure his team is gonna talk about his dad. They're gonna say, hey, why not? Or they're gonna decide to slow it down a little bit. And nobody's gonna say he's ducking Crawford because he's not at that position yet where they can say, oh, he's cracking him. So he's in a good position, man. I'm rooting for him. Hopefully he learns to believe in himself more, because this game, you can't be playing around. You can't be having no doubts in your mind, because it's very dangerous. And Crawford he cracking with his punches, and his eye was swollen against Hooker. So he can't be playing around in his boxing, bro.
Yeah, he did get touched up, man. I ain't gonna lie. So
yeah, he can't be doing that against Crawford, bro.
At the elite level, your defense gotta be A1. Gotta be A1. So that's concerning for me when I'm looking at him. I know a lot of people have high hopes for him and feel like he's a great fighter, but being great comes with defense too. I mean, we've seen that. So
I got an idea.
Some things.
Hey, UG.
Yeah.
Next fight that should be made, they're both Golden Boy fighters. Rashidi Ellis, Vergil Ortiz.
Yep.
Rashidi Ellis versus Vergil Ortiz.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That'd be good.
Vergil Ortiz gonna knock him out, bro. Rashidi Ellis didn't look that good against his last opponent, bro. I think it was Alexis Rocha. He got on his ass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But that's the boxing section. I didn't know the boxing section in here was good. No, what's that on?
Vergil Ortiz.
Oh, there you go. The boxing section. There go my boy.
That kid is nice, man.
What's good, my boy?
He passed the big test tonight.
That speed. Rashidi Ellis is fast. Rashidi Ellis is faster than Crawford, so that'll help him deal with that speed that's coming his way. So
I don't know if he that fast.
Timing,
fast, bro.
He look fast against those bums he fighting.
You know what though? But pressure breaks fights, and Vergil Ortiz got nothing but pressure.
I think everybody got him beating Rashidi, but as far as his development, which if you got your manager hat on, but
that boy nasty.
For his development, but I got him beating Rashidi. I think I heard. I don't know how true it. I don't know. I heard Rashidi Ellis might have turned it down. I don't know, because it seemed kind of strange where they just signed Hooker to a 2-fight deal and he get the fight right away. But Ellis was already on Golden Boy and he didn't get the fight. So I don't. That seemed kind of strange, bro. But
I hardly see him.
Who, Ellis?
Yeah.
He just fought. He just fought Rocha.
Yeah, I saw that fight, but I'm saying
he don't really fight.
Garage somewhere.
That's what I don't know. I don't know what plans they have for him. Why not make the if Vergil Ortiz fight? Vergil Ortiz, the WBO. I mean, it's getting close, bro. So he's going to be mandated to fight either Porter or Vergil. That's one thing we do know.
I mean, but Vergil just beat a Hooker at 147. Ellis is kind of like a step down.
No, he's not, bro. No, he's not.
No, I'm saying like for real. Like no, I mean, not as a fighter. I'm just saying in like the rankings. Like he should move. He's gonna move up. I mean, I'm not mad at the style matchup. I'm just saying, but it's kind of like when you getting it off. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta move up. You know, it's time to move up. He's calling out guys like Bud.
Ellis is ranked pretty high. Ellis is ranked, I think he ranked in one thing like number 4 or 5. He ranked pretty high.
Yeah.
And he also was. I think I don't know if he started at 154. He kind of he's different than Hooker. I think he better than Hooker. So that'd be a step up in
I'm
competition.
not saying he not though. You know, and now I get what you're saying stylistically in the ring. I'm talking about in the rankings. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that Hooker was a bigger name than Ellis though. You know what I'm saying? So I think
He was.
I don't think he's
I'll
trying
just
to.
say this: Lipinet's in the top 10 world rankings.
You don't think Hooker was ringing more bells than Ellis?
No, Hooker and Lipinets is ranked higher than Hooker. Hooker, like I said, he never fought at 147 like that. So
I'm just saying, like Hooker was a decent name. I'm not saying that Ellis ain't a better fighter. I'm just saying, like, you know.
So who do you want Vergil to fight next?
Me, myself?
Yeah.
Shit. If I didn't want Porter and Bud to fight, I would say a guy like Porter, stylistically, I think that'd be a great fight.
For the right to fight Crawford, that'd be interesting. That'd be real. I see him winning.
Well, they both got the right to fight him. Fact of the matter is, but we want to watch it. We want to watch it. This dude. It's strap season with Bud, but ain't nobody else. It ain't strap season with nobody else. Like nobody want to get the strap. And you know what? I'm totally. You know, I feel like Bud should just take the 60-40 and clean it up because then he guaranteed a Manny, and then from 10 he can make 15. Because now he gonna have 3-4 titles, maybe even 20. So I mean, that's probably the best move for him.
His contract 6 months, right? And in October, April is like a couple days away. His contract up in 6 months, ain't it?
Yeah, and you know what? I gotta say it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Everybody should leave Bob ass.
Yeah,
he don't like the fans and he don't like his fighters.
I know he said that
unless they a certain skin tone. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I think his contract. It's interesting. They could be negotiating the Manny fight.
Look how he was pushing Lomachenko. You know, I know nobody else wants to say it, but look how he pushing Lomachenko and look how he pushes Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Why ain't Bud getting that same promotion?
Yeah, and he don't like Teofimo. It's
more, yeah, you know what I mean? Anybody with a little darker shade, come on, man. And I'm not even on that racist bullshit, but I think this man is. So,
well, I just always found it strange that Showtime has the best, Crawford promo. So I don't know. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I'm not. I just kick facts. It's the Truth Hurts crew in the underground community. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I talk about. I don't like Bob, man. I really don't. I think this is an old, racist, greedy motherfucker, man. Real talk.
He don't even give a shit though.
If he was,
neither do I.
If it's bro, the comments he made. If his company
was that I don't give a shit smirk. Go ahead, dog.
If he was publicly traded, they would get rid of him. Like if he was like the CEO of like say a publicly traded company in stock market, they would fire him. Like it would be. You can't say that. Like you can't say fuck the fans. That's a no. And then 2 of your big.
How you gonna say you fuck your fighter?
He's
and
done.
you're their promoter and you get paid money. Like yo, I'm like, man, I don't care how much that motherfucker pay me. I'll be like, man, fuck you.
I couldn't.
I don't care how much fucking money I'm getting.
And that's why,
because I like to walk out that motherfucker with my head up. I ain't trying to just be like, yeah, I'm playing this dude and he can hate me and he can pay me. Like, man, I ain't trying to be around your negative.
Yeah,
hating ass old Mr. Magoo ass motherfucker.
The crazy thing about it though, that's how he is. But he is putting on Ramirez versus
right, but he giving these dudes opportunities because he getting big time fucking bucks. He getting big time bucks, but he don't want to give them shit.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Hey,
that's why I ain't mad at Teal.
So on the flip side, somebody said Ulis Game said Bob Arum made the best fights in America during COVID.
Which fight?
Yeah, kind of fire. And he got paid. And he got paid, and his fighters didn't.
He didn't want to pay Teofimo even in that fight.
But his fighters didn't, though.
Tio got to earn his shit back in the line.
He trying to make Teofimo look greedy, and he trying to make.
He ain't gotta earn his shit. He going out and fighting at nobody for millions. And you know what? He deserved it after them 3 fights back to back to back. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't getting shit to put on them fights during COVID for you, Tio. That is, he wasn't getting nowhere near as the other 135 pounders was getting. You know what I mean?
How much did Loma get paid per fight? Just out of curiosity, as a champion.
I heard it was like $3 million. So I don't know.
He got some.
I mean, Crawford's getting paid better now. Yeah,
but Teofimo got his pops out here running around with a fake watch. Like, nah, it's fake. And you know what I mean? Why? What did his son do that everybody else didn't do? And what did his son do? I'll tell you exactly what he did. He fought 3 back-to-back monsters.
Hey,
no, I agree
quick.
with you, man. 100% right.
Sorry to change subject though. But speaking of monster, Beterbiev fought today, man. What's your thoughts on him? H Money first. Go ahead, man. What's your thoughts on him?
Man, I wasn't watching that fight. I heard it. From what I heard, he didn't look too good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you tell me what you thought about it real quick, Black, because I didn't get to see it.
I can't wait to chime in on that one.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too impressed. Like, so whatever you heard, that's pretty accurate. I wasn't too impressed. The dude was kind of piecing him up early on. And of course, he just applied his pressure, and he was able to break him down and stop him. What round was that? Because we was doing a live commentary on. We was actually live when the fight was going.
I think it was the 10th.
But Ball gonna smoke him.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this real quick, Black, because I gotta go. You know what? Beterbiev, I think he's being overrated, man. You know, I think he only got about 17 fights. So in his 17 fights, he only got 1 win that the person that we really know in a Gofsnik. So I think he's being overrated right now. He is a good fighter. He does got a lot of power. He is very mean. He's very tough. He's rugged. But I think that Bivol is the best guy. He's the best at light heavyweight, and Bivol will beat Beterbiev. You know what I mean? People saying Canelo is ducking Beterbiev. Look, Beterbiev, he ain't all of that, man. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, he does got power. I seen him get dropped before. He got dropped. So, I mean, a lot of people been dropped, but I don't think he's invincible. Like people try to say, like Canelo was ducking him and things like that. Nah, man. You know what I mean? So I think he's overrated, but he is a good fighter. But they got him they hyping him up like they was doing Lomachenko and stuff like the way they did Triple G. Like they hyping him up a little bit too much, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? But Black, man, it was great. Thanks for having me. Hopefully we can get you back on the panel. Hopefully we can start getting a set schedule where, you know what I'm saying, you could do a show and, you know what I'm saying, I could come in after you and we could be set like that. You know what I mean? I think that'd be great.
Shout out to Ace Money, and I appreciate you, bro, sending that traffic after your live stream, sending it our way. So big ups, bro. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, man, you do the same thing all the time. So I appreciate that, man. So hopefully we could get a daily schedule, you know what I'm saying? And you let me know. And maybe we could change numbers and shit, and we could do it like that.
No doubt, bro. Hit me up. Bro. And then hit me on my email, darkcosmo11@gmail.com.
For sure, man. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate everybody on the panel, man. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
All right,
Yeah.
take care.
Shout out. Exactly. Shout out to H Money. Now, one thing I will say against what he just said, I mean, H Money made some great facts there, and I agree with him. Bivol is the man to beat at 175. But one thing I will say is we may have seen a little bit of ring rust, and we may be a little bit, over criticizing, Beterbiev coming in here, a little bit, maybe not really fluent with what's going on. So we'll have to see how he does in his next fight.
I agree. I think that man's got extremely heavy hands. Like what I said earlier, like when he's just slapping guys, he just slapped the dude. He barely even hit the dude and rocked him. So I don't know what type of fucking hands he got, but they heavy as fuck. So I mean, he caught him with like the corner of his glove. Then one time he caught him with a grazing shot and rocked him. I'm like, damn, I don't know. Like this dude hitting ridiculously hard. Like y'all said, he got scary power between you and Haplo. But I think Bivol wipes the floor with the dude. I really do. Yeah, I think he in and out, and when he lands a 3-piece on you, he gonna land another 3-piece on you right after it. He confident. He ain't gonna admire his work. He gonna put that work in and go, oh, that shit's working. All right, then I'm gonna give you some more of that shit. Keep eating this shit, and he don't care how much you can eat. He gonna keep feeding. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of mentality I like in the ring. I like his skill set, and don't get me wrong, I think Beterbiev hits hard. I think his pressure breaks pipes, but I just don't see that shit happening with Bivol. I think he's tough. I think he can walk through that shit. I think he can do what the fuck he want to do, you know? So, I got Bivol in that fight. And I think Canelo's going to hop up there and jump on Beterbiev when he's like 70.
Yeah, that's interesting that you brought up Canelo, because that has kind of been the topic of the conversation. I know he got his hand stamped in a ceremony earlier today, but at the same time, everybody's saying that, you know, after 168 undisputed, he could just move up to 175 and take it. Does anybody else, you know, think that's not possible?
Thing is, in his interview, he never mentioned 175. He didn't talk about even going to 175 or 160. All he kept saying was 168, 168.
After what I saw from Beterbiev tonight, I think Canelo could beat him.
I think Canelo could beat him too. And I think it's a dangerous fight. But still in all, I think Bivol's the more dangerous fight. And that's what fight fans, you know, real ones, want to see. They want to see a challenge.
I'm not saying
you can shut me the
Canelo,
fuck up. Shut me the fuck up. Tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, I agree with you.
I
think
definitely
Bivol is a tougher fight for Canelo at 175 than Beterbiev. Like the way I saw Beterbiev tonight, he was waiting too long. He was waiting when the other guy would punch. What was that guy's name? Adam Deans or whatever. Whenever that guy would throw punches, Beterbiev would wait until he was done.
Breathe. Yep.
And Canelo is different than that. He's not gonna wait and like back up and all that. He's gonna keep coming forward. He's gonna keep throwing punches. He'll throw with you, and Beterbiev
throw between them too.
At the age that Beterbiev is at, which I think is way older than Canelo. I don't think he's gonna make that adjustment that he needs to make. What the adjustment that he needs to make is throwing with the other guy. And he was acting more like Claudy against Pacquiao. And if that guy that he had fought tonight, Adam Deans or whatever, was in great shape and could throw punches the whole fight, he would have been able to keep Beterbiev in the shell the whole night.
Yo,
okay, so we've got the side that wants, you know, Canelo to be successful at 175 or thinks they will, and we have the side that doesn't. But let's ask a true Canelo fan. Jalik, what's your thoughts on Canelo moving up to 175?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if Canelo can beat David Benavidez, let alone Beterbiev. I actually missed, you know, I got Beterbiev as pound number 2. I actually missed the fight. So I actually have
Canelo
to
stop
What? Number
Canelo
2.
Stop Beterbiev.
That's not a bad. I mean,
wait, hold on. Did you say Beterbiev?
No.
Pound for
He
pound
gets
number
his
2?
opinion.
Yo, I think Canelo stops him. And you know why I think he stops him? Because you got to be able to fight from the outside with Canelo. If you're going to be on the inside and that's your game, Canelo going to counter punch the shit out of you. And I know Beterbiev got the power to hurt just about anybody if you touch him. But he's not going to touch Canelo. Canelo going to counter the fuck out of him. He's going to slip him on the inside. Who you see touching Canelo? No, I mean in his last couple of fights on the inside. Who touched him?
Well, we haven't seen very many people be aggressive towards Canelo, though.
Right.
And
Why?
Beterbiev is one of
Why,
the
though?
few people that could, possibly pose that threat. That's why it's so exciting.
We did see James Kirkland be aggressive.
Yep.
Canelo,
And how'd that work out?
Canelo,
I
people,
said recently.
it's a weight class.
You did.
It's at 175. Canelo's going to be forced to fight going backwards.
Wasn't what's his name?
All right, go ahead,
At
Blue.
175.
You off, King, bro. Go ahead, bro. I'll wait for you.
Okay, what wasn't Kovalev aggressive? Was Kovalev not aggressive?
He was not aggressive versus Canelo at all.
Well, he's an aggressive fighter.
But
So,
against Canelo,
if he wasn't aggressive against Canelo, there must have been a reason.
he was trying to and that's what I'm trying to say. And he tried to just box him, but that's out of his element with a style of Canelo. Because when he would try to get off, he was just trying to land. It got to that point, but that's how good Canelo is. So what I'm trying to say is, if you can't fight on the outside, or it's something that you can do against certain fighters, but it's not your fucking, like, sometimes you look good and sometimes you don't, but it's not your fucking forte, you're going to get your ass whooped by Canelo, because on the inside, that dude is straight fire. It took a welterweight to deal with him on the inside, and that's quickness, and don't nobody got reflexes like Floyd, and that's why he got away with that shit. Very few people could get away with that shit. That's why I say Bivens going to be the problem. Fucking Beterbiev ain't going to land anything on that motherfucker, and he might just get stopped, because Canelo is aggressive. When you miss and he counters, he rips combinations to the body and to the head. So I think that Canelo stops Beterbiev, because he is that good a fighter, but he gotta grow some and take on a challenge with motherfucking Bivol, because that's the style matchup where I want him to shut me up. Now, not anybody on the panel. I was literally saying I want Canelo to shut me up by fighting a guy like Bivol.
Hey, Black, can I say something?
Go ahead.
You sure? It's like, no. But Canelo is a good fighter, but let's just take a look at the fight with Kovalev. A lot of people had the fight close, or him losing up until he got the stoppage, and that was against a Kovalev that, he doesn't fight nowhere near like Beterbiev as far as the pressure. He was mainly boxing, and we also take it in context of him almost getting stopped by Anthony Yarde. I once I see the fight with this guy he just fought today, I'm gonna watch the fight more too. I don't know if he was purposely trying to go rounds. I don't know. He is, like you said, 35. He definitely is my pound for pound number 2. I don't see no.
You tripping, dog.
I don't.
But
all right,
go ahead. Let him finish, though. Go ahead, Jalik.
Okay, go ahead.
Shout out to Chin Smoking the chat.
Shout out to Jalik. Jalik, that's a good observation, Jalik. But what I'm saying is, man, you ain't. But what I'm
the only one that talk, bro. Y'all just want to be good, bro. Listen.
Go ahead, Jalik.
Go ahead, Jalik. Nah, I ain't trying to hold you up. Go ahead. I enjoy listening to you talk. Go ahead.
Because Canelo, he wasn't dominating Kovalev. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't dominating Kovalev. Beterbiev is gone. I actually don't even want to see the fight, because that's
yeah, I know you don't.
I mean, Jalik, though, he did win by stoppage.
Don't watch the fight. Then.
All right, can you mind if I respond to Jalik? Jalik, do you mind if I respond to you?
I'm not here to. I'm just listening, and
I'm just asking if you respond. What I'm trying to say is, I felt okay. You
be able to finish the sentence. I can't even finish the sentence. But
now you actually finished and then stopped and now you cut me off. But
all right,
go ahead.
Ain't finished.
Go ahead, bro.
Jalik the leader, man.
Well, all right, somebody just rule on
before you cut out by before you cut out, Jalik. All I want to say is, it's a good assessment that you dropped, but it's not an honest one. There's a reason why that Canelo didn't commit to his shots, because every time he committed to his shots, and he would try to lay the fucking law down with his power shots. He got countered. That's why he continued to fucking box that man. That's why he continued to try to fight on the outside, which wasn't his fight. To which Canelo waited and set him up by continuing to go to that rotted ass liver he got, and then was like, you know what? Boom, and then brought it up to the head like he does to everybody that he's in there with. So far, guys that aren't accustomed to moving and guys that rely on their power, and something that he literally took, even though it was a close fight. I agree with you. He took Kovalev out of his own game. He didn't use his range and try to get full extension on his shots because he couldn't sit down and plant his feet on his shots, because every time he would throw the fucking shots, they're somewhat lumbering and somewhat a little slow. And when he would do that, he would get countered. And that's what the fuck happened.
Hey, Black, let me ask you a question. You think Canelo is a big puncher?
Yeah, he's a very accurate puncher, man, and he's a great counter puncher. Yes.
Let me ask you this. What could he have done to stop Smith, who wasn't really throwing no puncher? Why didn't he stop Smith, Callum Smith?
Are you saying like beside
I mean,
from like limiting?
He knocked him with a bicep loose and walking down the whole fight.
Yeah, why didn't he stop him if he a big puncher then?
Yo, he stopped his arm from working.
Facts.
Not stopping Caleb Smith. What makes
He
you
was
think
paralyzed, man.
7 pounds?
Yo, Caleb Smith literally took a fucking beating in that fight, and shout out to him for having heart. But he was literally fighting for one
he's just
arm.
a warrior.
Well, yeah, with one arm. So shout out to him for sitting in it. But I'm saying though, just because the man got hurt, don't say that. You know what I mean? The man ain't got power.
Not a big Canelo's not a big puncher. I don't know why people even be saying that.
But he separated a 168 pounder who we all consider a 175 that's too scared to jump up to 175, but finally got the balls to do it because he got his ass whooped by a 168 pounder in Canelo. He finally about to make moves. So I mean, he's been a cupcake since the beginning. And but at the same time, the dude is tough as shit. So and he's long, so he can survive with other fighters. But when you in there with an elite fighter and got a guy out jabbing you that's fucking like 5 foot nothing, you know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna be a bit discouraged, no?
So Beterbiev, okay. I'm not even gonna talk it up because I'm gonna win a lot of money on that fight. I'm not even going to keep explaining because I want people to think that Bivol can win. So I'm not even really going to speak on certain things because I'm betting on that fight because it's just other
number 2 pound for pound.
Yo, Bivol can win. Bivol can win that fight.
And David
after what I saw tonight,
that's all I'm going to tell you all on that.
Yo, Julie,
I ain't going to bet money.
After what I saw tonight,
I ain't gonna.
How much you want to put on it?
Hang on, let me finish. After
what
I saw tonight,
I put 1,000 on Beterbiev.
Let Julie finish.
I put whatever.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead and do that. I'm not a betting service.
I'm gonna get Canelo hurt. Canelo fighting at 170.
After what I saw tonight with Beterbiev and this guy Adam Deans, I think his last name was. The guy Deans could have won that fight, bro. And
I've been wondering how to say that last name all night.
Beterbiev could have, done a lot more earlier on in the fight. He let that fight go on 10 rounds. And he got lucky that they threw in the towel because the guy wanted to keep going.
Oh, he did?
So
okay.
that probably would have been a decision had they let it go. Like, I didn't think that towel was necessary at that time. I didn't think so. I didn't think so at all.
That's good.
Because Deans,
so he won't be a book.
Deans was hitting Beterbiev and he reddened up his face. He made Beterbiev look like, I don't know what.
He split the top of Beterbiev's forehead too with his.
And they call that shit a headbutt.
Looked like Freddy.
Is Canelo a southpaw or orthodox?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, what is it
Beterbiev didn't
matter?
This guy has 16
Is he
fights.
southpaw or is he orthodox?
Okay,
He's
bro.
ambidextrous.
How many fights does Canelo have?
Is he orthodox?
How many fights does
Right,
Canelo
yeah,
have?
So this guy is a southpaw.
How many fights does Canelo have?
That's what
the essay.
if you
Bro,
really
this guy has 16 fights, and he
like
looked like that against a guy
really
who
think
everybody thought he should beat. Come on, bro.
all right.
Come on, Jalik.
I didn't actually see the fight, but that doesn't just because he fought that way. I mean, he doesn't have perfect defense, but y'all gonna see, bro. All right,
He had perfect defense, but
nobody
what he's supposed to be is the killer. Beterbiev was known as the killer. Like nobody should fight Beterbiev.
Every fight
he's a killer.
That's
that
right,
guy,
like
Adam
Triple G.
Deans, that guy Adam Deans made him look like a mortal man.
And he always been mortal. He's beatable. He got dropped. And I'm not saying that, but I'm telling you, at Canelo at 175,
he looked like a very mortal man. And Canelo,
I'm curious.
That guy Deans was treating him with a lot of respect.
Hold
on. That guy Deans was treating him with a lot of respect. He would throw a 1-2 and land it, and then back up and skirt to the sides.
You think
Canelo to get away? Canelo ain't gonna do that, bro. Canelo's gonna land that 1-2 and then be in your guts. He's gonna be in your guts.
Send more cash out. We can bet on that. Like we can bet whatever.
Oh, man.
I'm not trying to bet you. I'm just trying to inform you of the truth.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Canelo versus
bet some of these other guys, but
I'm gonna be honest. Both of you guys are making great points on this, but let's hear Young Bill.
Being right.
Yeah, let Young Bill cook, man.
Yeah, man. I have.
Young Bill.
What's up to the chat, man? Shout out to everybody.
What up, Young Billy?
Billy the Kid. Go ahead.
Hey, nah. So from what I saw, I'm not gonna lie, man. The guy Beterbiev was off for 17 months. He had a hurt rib in camp. You know, the fight got postponed multiple times. I just believe that he was fighting for rounds. I believe he was carrying.
Wait, let me get my violin. Hold on, I'm gonna get it.
Get it. Hey, Jalik, when you watch the fight, you'll see he was carrying, dude, man.
Right, I heard too.
He was carrying him, bro.
Violin.
Yeah, he was carrying him, man, because he hadn't fought for 17 months. You're 36 years old, but that's a different monster than Kovalev when Canelo fought Kovalev. Like, I agree with that, too. Kovalev almost got knocked out by Yard and got immediately in there with Canelo with less than 3 months later. Didn't even have a real camp, had a fight in Russia. And yeah, man, and he's a career. Kovalev is a career alcoholic. Everybody knows that. So
that's why he was going to them liver shots. Yeah, that's what
he better be.
Everybody retired, bro. And y'all gonna talk about Canelo moving 175. He literally made dude retire. Y'all gonna get that boy hurt, bro. Canelo,
man,
stay at 160.
Man.
Like David Beterbiev.
I think he playing scary to jump up there and grab him.
Canelo will get his
same way he did Kovalev.
Crushed, bro. I don't know where this Canelo
Kovalev and Beterbiev two different animals.
Yeah, they are two different animals. But what I'm trying to say,
power at against Amir Khan again.
Yeah.
Cotto was a smaller man too when he fought Canelo.
I don't know. Maybe Kovalev got some special sauce on his food. I don't know. You know, hey, we don't know. I keep it too real. I'm just saying, I don't know what he got. You know, he do got thick ass neck out the blue. But you know, hey, it is what it is. But I tell you what, the motherfucker could box, and fighting on the inside is a no-no with that motherfucker. And it don't matter who you are. So I'm just gonna say that, and I just don't see this man putting hands on this dude at all. But I am curious, though. I do want to know, Jalik, who's your number one and your number three?
Number one, I got Crawford. Number two, I got Beterbiev. Number three, I got Canelo at number three. Not pound for pound. I think
Trolling, bruh.
Canelo. I think he'd be undisputed. But the fight that I want to see, I don't want to see the Billy Joe or the Plant. It's not really challenging because Canelo is a good fighter, but
How you got Canelo behind Beterbiev, bro? On your pound.
And let me say
yeah.
one thing, Jalik. I
No.
think that that Canelo and Beterbiev fight can go like the Triple G Canelo 1. Like if Beterbiev is so physically strong, I think
it was a different beast, and he going through punches. He don't go to your body. Triple G don't go to your body. You know.
I'm not sure, y'all. You know what I think is gonna happen in that fight between you and me, young Billy. I think like Canelo gonna be explosive on him and just start popping the shit out of him.
Even gain 7
with
pounds.
super clean shots,
where do you
and that motherfucker gonna be like, what the fuck?
Hey, but
Like,
you can't.
So
See, you can't have stamina issues against Beterbiev, man.
Right,
That dude is relentless. He's a monster.
I get that. I get that. But Canelo's stamina issues and his knee issues somehow just disappeared.
But
am I lying? Or am I lying?
Young
Am I
Billy,
lying,
did
though?
you see
No,
the
hold up.
Beterbiev fight tonight?
I saw a little. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Billy made the case though that the dude was coming off a layoff. That was the case that he made. But what I'm trying to say is,
one, two. Let me get in here for a second.
Let him cook.
All right, go ahead.
Young Billy, did you see the Beterbiev fight?
Yeah, I saw it. I wasn't impressed by it. No, I wasn't impressed.
He looked very vulnerable in that fight. You know,
I can't wait till he fight.
The thing that made me think that he's extremely vulnerable, especially to a guy like Canelo, was the fact that he doesn't punch when the other guy's punching. You know, it kind of reminded me of like a Claudio versus Pacquiao type.
Yeah.
Or Arthur Abraham versus whoever.
Ward, Mikhail Kessler, all of that. Yeah.
There you go. Where they when you're punching, they just don't punch. And so a guy like Pacquiao figures out like, okay, as long as I keep punching, this guy's never going to punch me back. Because Beterbiev literally would shell up every single time the other guy threw punches. So, I mean, I don't see that working against a Canelo who punches with people, who punches in between punches, who throws punches at odd, awkward times where you think he's not going to throw. And then at the same time, you know, he'll punch in between your punches. So I don't know. He's 16-0 and the guy's old. He's old.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
much
that's true.
older
That's
than
true.
he's
Yeah,
much
he's 36.
older than Canelo.
Yeah, he's 36.
Canelo's 30. It's 6 years older.
Canelo got like 50.
Yes, I agree. Beterbiev is a beast. He's a beast, bro. But he got his face peppered up like a motherfucker tonight. His face looked red as my ass when I fucking have diarrhea.
See, but I know we never heard of this guy, but the guy he fought was a nice southpaw, man. You know that hey, man, southpaws are always awkward for guys, man, especially coming off a layoff. And he wasn't even supposed to fight Adam. He's supposed to fight Ming, but because of the visa issues, that's what happened, you know. So it's not.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah,
if you don't mind. Have you ever heard of a guy's chin getting better?
Oh man,
yeah.
Vladimir
Klitschko.
Vladimir Klitschko. His chin got better. All right, and
total chin got better at 147 than it was at 140.
Okay, now and Manny Pacquiao, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Canelo Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how's that work?
I don't understand what your question is.
I'm just asking. How does someone's chin get better?
We just showed you examples of a couple.
It gets better. It gets better with technique. One, two.
I don't understand.
No one's chin gets better like if they have a weak chin,
Resistance
they're
can
gonna
get
get
better.
knocked out. But
Your punch resistance can
if they get
a
the
lot of
right
that-
technique, then they can improve upon the fact
They
that
can roll
they
with
get
the
knocked out
shots.
so much.
Okay. So
Let me-
you think Manny rolls with shots?
Do
I
I
know
think
it is.
Manny Pacquiao rolls with shots?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Because
I
you
do.
roll with
I
the
think
shot to avoid it. You think he rolls with
I-
shots?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was just asking.
I-
Just threw that out there.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I think Joe Smith is tougher for Beterbiev than is Bivol. I think Bivol gonna go down to 168 after this beatdown, but Joe Smith is tougher.
What
And-
beat down?
What beat down you
I
talking
mean,
about?
you could
So-
say like Ren
Joe Smith,
approved
if he went
Joe
now,
Smith,
it's crazy
but-
too because people talking about Joe Smith versus Beterbiev. That dude that he fighting is kind of good, so I don't want to get too far ahead.
Yeah, Vlasov.
Yeah,
Vlasov?
Yeah, he is a good fighter.
he ain't no easy win for Joe Smith, and
Right.
but Joe Smith versus Beterbiev is gonna be fireworks. I give Joe Smith a better chance than Bivol in their fight. Let's put it
Yeah,
that
but I'm just saying, like Ortiz. I mean, was it Ortiz that knocked Kovalev flat out with one shot, and he landed that shot 6 times on Joe Smith, and Joe Smith knocked him out for the first time in his career. He never been stopped.
a lot of
You talking about Leo Alvarez?
Yeah, Alvarez. Why do I always call him Ortiz? But yo,
Yeah.
Alvarez had never been stopped up to that point, and
Joe Smith.
he got outboxed, but Joe Smith knocked that motherfucker out the ring,
Cleaned him
just
out.
like he did Hopkins.
Joe
Yeah.
Smith dangerous. The Joe Smith, maybe they'll put the Joe Smith Beterbiev on the undercard of Anthony Joshua and Fury if that fight gets made. Which
All right,
I'm sure
but
get
what
made.
Bivol do to him?
Bivol was fighting Richards on April.
No. But what Bivol do to
Do the Joe Smith. He outboxed the shit out of him.
Is Bivol gonna get credit for this long? Because Bivol hasn't fought in almost 2 years as well.
Is he not gonna get credit for what?
Versus the guy he fighting Richards. I never heard of the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I
let's
don't know if he's gonna get credit.
He might look a little rusty. He hasn't fought in a minute.
Right, yeah, but he got to me, I think his resume is the best at 175.
Okay, but that don't mean he gonna win the fight. Like no, I don't.
Yeah, but he want that smoke, and he get in there with whoever, whenever, however.
See,
You can have a better resume. That don't make it mean you're gonna win. I mean, Teofimo resume,
You're right.
ain't, but I'm not sure if he's gonna win. But
Yeah, but and his resume wasn't as good as Lomachenko's. But how'd that go? You made a good point.
exactly. So that's why I'm saying though. That resume. Sometimes.
I'm just saying, I root for the guys that want all the smoke.
Yeah, okay. Because I think it's gonna happen. I think that's what Bob Arum plans is. They're gonna put him in with Joe Smith, dude winner, and then they gonna talk to Eddie, and because Eddie he fighting Richards, and then I also think
he's gonna fight Gilberto.
Yeah, he gonna fight the Ramirez. Now that's a dangerous fight. That's why I'm giving Bivol. I gotta give Bivol credit because he should get more credit because he's like the dark horse. You know, every division got a guy that doesn't get opportunities. Bivol in the credit, but Bivol should do it, man. Because for him to fight Ramirez is, I'm gonna be honest with you, from a fan perspective, is nice. But from a business perspective, it's probably it might not be smart. I will go straight to Beterbiev, but from a fan perspective, that's amazing, bro. But from a business perspective, I'm not sure if that's smart. I would go.
And who did Beterbiev fight?
I would go straight to Beterbiev.
No, I'm just saying, but who did Beterbiev just fight? Why ain't you got him ranked number 2, but who'd he just fight? Do you even know the guy's name?
What's C1-2 though? 1-2.
Adams.
Hey, but Ming was
I'm not criticizing. I'm just, you understand what I'm saying? He fighting a guy I've never heard of.
Wait, no,
Did you hear the
Adam
guy
Dees.
that Beterbiev just fought?
I'm not kidding. Do you understand? I'm not.
Or something.
I'm just. What is your point? Like I'm not debating with you. I'm just saying that he just never did it. Oh, am I?
I got you. I got what you're saying. And no. I got
I'm not
you.
even criticizing Bivol.
No, I'm just saying.
I just gave him props.
Right, you did. You did.
Yo,
what I'm saying is you got him number 2.
Jalik.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Did you actually watch the fight tonight?
You gotta watch it.
I'm going to watch it, but as far as Bivol's point, it's good.
Wait. I'm saying it's a yes or no question. Did you actually watch the fight?
I've been said I didn't watch the fight tonight, and I said I still need to do it.
All right. Well, that's why we're talking like this, bro.
No, I'm not.
We
and
did.
that's fine. I don't want y'all can believe whatever you want. I'm betting on the fight.
No, it's not about believing. I mean, we're going off what we watched tonight.
And that's fine, bro. Like that's good. I'm not against you, bro. I'm just listening.
I'm not saying you're against me. I'm just saying, like,
I don't want y'all to be like me.
Beterbiev looked very vulnerable in this fight. You can look at it tomorrow or whenever you're gonna watch it, but Beterbiev did not look like the beast. Like here's how I looked at Beterbiev up until tonight. I looked at him like Khabib, remember MMA, the guy who beat Conor McGregor and choked him out?
Yeah.
I looked at Beterbiev as that guy of boxing.
Yeah.
Because I seen him beat the shit out of people and just fucking destroy them. But tonight he looked very beatable. You need to watch this fight before you debate 1-2 Kid or me.
I'm not debating. That's the whole point. I'm not debating you guys. That's the whole point. I'm not debating you. That's your opinion, and
you entitled to your opinion. I'm just curious to why you would have.
It's not a debate. I'm just saying you got to watch
so high
that fight
in your pound for pound. That's all.
Yeah,
that's all I'm asking. I'm just asking why you got him so high in your pound for pound.
I think Jalik, if you watch the fight, you're gonna drop him down a few.
Well, it's not that. See, the thing is, he's always been vulnerable because he got hurt by Callum Johnson, but then he came back and beat up Vazcek like it was, coming back in first.
Was damn near winning that fight, so it's not like like the guy got super great defense, but he makes up for it in other areas where he makes you fight his fight. And then it's other areas that he does, but he never had like super great defense like that. And he like you say, he is vulnerable. That's what makes it exciting.
Right. And he got heavy hands. You got to pay for that real estate. That's what it is.
Bivol winning before the fight, so I give you credit. That's what I'm saying. Bivol, he had him winning before this. He been saying Bivol was going to beat Beterbiev, so He wasn't basing it off of this fight. He been thought Bivol was better, and a lot of people got Bivol winning, which is great, right? Shit,
that's the it factor. That's what makes it so good. And you got Beterbiev with all the power. And that's what's so fun about boxing, that we can sit up here and talk about it. Yeah, I get that. I'm just curious to why you got him number 2 though.
Let me cut in real quick. Up until tonight, Jalik, I thought Beterbiev would KO Canelo and probably Bivol too. And after seeing that performance that I saw tonight, I have to say that I've changed my mind. It was not a good performance. I would say that he'd probably lose to Bivol. I'd say he'd most likely lose to Bivol, and he would probably lose to Canelo too, based on the performance that I saw tonight.
I respect that, bro.
Period.
And hopefully Bivol looks good, because he hasn't fought in a long time neither. So hopefully Bivol look good. I'm rooting for. I like Bivol. I'm rooting for him, and I think he deserves more credit. And I want the fight to happen between him and Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see Undisputed at 175, which is more interesting than Undisputed at 168. Because for as good as Canelo is, who really gives Cato?
Yeah, who to challenge? Who to challenge at 168?
Exactly. Except David Benavidez. So 175 is more interesting than me. So I hope Bivol looks spectacular, bro. And
that's where I agree with guys when they say, when they talk about stripping guys. Okay, guy didn't make weight, strip it, but does he get a shot at this title? Did he lose it? Did he not win it? You know what I'm saying? He ain't even gonna get a shot at pulling it off the same way that they were arguing with me about motherfucking Manny Pacquiao. But the difference is he ain't fighting 2 years. This dude they stripped this motherfucker immediately and didn't give him no opportunity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they stripped this motherfucker within a week.
Who? Manny?
No, fucking Benavidez. Because he didn't make weight. But I get that. I get why they stripped him, but I'm like, damn, he don't got an opportunity to pull it off. You know, at least Manny is a champion in recess. This motherfucker, like, nope. But we'll rank you number 1 at 175, which put him in front of Beterbiev. And he was like, what the fuck?
Hall of Famer, bro. He talk like he a Hall of Famer too. Man, get out of here, bro.
Man, I just don't like the way the WBC move.
Crazy.
All these titles. Man.
Yeah, David Benavidez is the toughest challenge. That would be an amazing fight with Canelo.
I'm just shocked that that certain guys didn't move up to 168. I'm shocked that fucking, you know, my man didn't move up. Boo Boo didn't move up and force that WBO bout, because that would have got him the opportunity to get in there with Canelo, because then Canelo literally would have ducked him twice in 2 different weight divisions.
Canelo would have had to fight him 1-2. He would have fought him if he did that.
I hope so, because he said he wanted to go undisputed at 160. See, that's where I differ. You know what I mean? Because he said he was going to be undisputed at 160, and then he jumped up and got out of the Dodge. And I'm like, all right, it was a good challenge. I thought it was a good challenge. I thought it was a good fight. But I'm like, but there was all that smoke right there at 160.
Right.
And then he jumped to 175. So I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? So can we, if he would have jumped up, maybe Andre was like, you know, what's the sense of me jumping up if fucking you know, Billy Joe gonna pop again for fucking steroids, and then if I get the title, fucking Canelo gonna bounce to 175 or drop down to 160, and I lose my title at 160.
Yeah. Also with Eddie Hearn, it's a business, right? So why would Eddie Hearn it makes more of a business sense for Andre to be at 160, and then it's easier for Canelo to beat a Billy Joe than it is for Andrade, and now that's his prized possession. Now you hear the statements that Billy Joe made. He feels some kind of way. Billy Joe just signed with him, but now he's like, oh, he's got Canelo. He's gonna put his money, because that's how it is. It's like he can generate more money for you. So, what's this window of opportunity? What was this window like to enforce the WBO? And yet Usyk done it, and he can't get the fight with him. So I don't think that was that would.
Wait a second, Jaleel. Can we clarify
just that fast, and then they make it? They ain't going. I don't think.
Can we clarify your question though? You just asked a question. You just asked a question. I want to understand it so I can answer it better. You said, why did Billy Joe not use his WBO? What was that all about?
Not Billy Joe, because they was mentioning 1-2 said petition the WBO to be the #1 mandatory. That would have been nice if he was guaranteed to fight, but Usyk did it. And
you do know that the WBO guarantees you if you move up a division. Let's say you're the WBO champ,
right? And that's why I brought up Usyk, bro.
Okay.
And look at the Usyk situation.
Sorry, I dropped out for a second.
It's a business.
Ahead, explain.
It's a business. So you see where Usyk is, right? He done the same thing. But yet they're saying, oh, you got to fight Joe Joyce now, and you got to do this because they want to do undisputed. So if Homeboy's trying to be undisputed, they would do him like that even more because Andre wasn't there. So I can see why Andre said, you know what, I'm going to just stay at 160. You know what I mean? So it's probably just a time for I don't know. I'm not in this camp, but if they done that to Usyk, what makes you think that they're going to?
Here's the thing with Andrade. If he moves up to super middleweight, and Canelo has the super middleweight WBO title, which is actually probably the oldest, if I can remember, the oldest WBO title that was relevant was the 168. So if Canelo has that title and Andrade has the WBO at 154 and he moves up, he's supposed to get an immediate fight.
Are you talking about now going forward? So you talking about if he beats Billy Joe?
I'm sorry, not 154, 160. Okay, so Andrade has a. Does Andrade have
What
the
dates are
WBO?
you talking about? Are you talking about right now?
Hang on, listen. Does Andrade have the WBO title at 160?
Right now, yes.
Okay, so in the WBA, I'm sorry, the WBO rules.
Drinking some old English.
In the WBO rules, if the guy in the lower weight class moves up, let's say it's Andrade, and he moves up to fight with Canelo, he gets an immediate shot at the WBO
Canelo
title.
is not the champ yet. Billy Joe is. So that's why I'm trying to ask you, what dates are you talking about? Are you talking about after Billy Joe fights Canelo? He should do it.
I'm saying if I was Andrade, I would move up to 168 right now, start training, get a couple tune-ups at that weight, and do it, because that's what he's going to have to do, bro.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a bottom line. Like, you can't, like, pussyfoot around with these guys. Like, Canelo is the guy he wants to fight, right? Yes. So Canelo's at 168. So move up to fucking 168. Fight a couple guys, get yourself in shape at that weight, get used to it, because that's who you're going to have to fight at 168.
I think he's fighting his WBO mandatory, right? So maybe after the mandatory, he should do that. I agree with you. He should do it.
His mandatory at what weight, though?
160. He hasn't fought since January. I'm sure he needs spread.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sure he needs spread. I'm sure he come out the way. And then I agree with you. If he want to move to 168, I don't know if he want to move to 168. And yeah, I don't know if he's gonna move to 168. But I agree with you. If move to 168 and fight and be mandated and see what they do, because
it's too late now.
It's a business.
He had an opportunity to do that, but he wasn't keeping up with the business. He wasn't keeping up with the.
How is it too late? And
because the fight's already is under contract, so that means the WBO is sanctioning the bout. So that means he waited too long. He was supposed to jump on that when he had an opportunity to do it, but he don't keep up. That's the one thing, the problem I have with Andre is he don't keep up with what his management team be doing. And he like, well, they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that, and it's like, yo, you got to be on top of that shit and say, nah, this is what we doing. He ain't on top of the game. He let them do it. He go in there, he fight, he make his money, and he go home. He figured they holding his best interests at hand. They not. That's not the case, because let's just face it. Look, Bud Crawford got the WBO, and all of a sudden it's irrelevant. You know what I mean? Andre got the WBO, all of a sudden it's irrelevant. You know, and the WBO is always relevant. It just depends on whose fucking waist is wrapped around that makes it irrelevant. And that's what we keep saying. So these guys ain't trying to unify with a Bud Crawford or a Andre. Do you know why? Because there's a chance that they might not win. And they don't believe in themselves. Their team don't believe in them. And it's just fucked up. Like,
yeah. That's why I respect Vergil for at least saying he'd take it. He don't sound in victory, but at least
he's a young buck, and he's a young buck from Texas, and you got fucking Earl Spence in the Texas stadium that don't even recognize Bud Crawford, and you got the young guy calling him out.
Yeah, that make Earl look crazy. That make Earl look some kind of way. People gonna be talking about it, especially if they get some interviews, because I'm sure Fight Hype or somebody that's actually at the fight channels is gonna get an interview unless Earl say he don't want no interviews. And sometimes Crawford don't really do interviews. So, but these guys got to know how to take advantage of the media. This is where it comes in. This is how you build up certain things. You know what I'm saying? And even if
the saddest part about the whole situation is it doesn't fit Earl Spence's character. You know what I'm saying? It don't fit his persona.
Yeah,
him to be ducking Bud. It don't work, man. Like, I don't know why people can't read that shit. I don't know if he being told to be that way and he got fights lined up already, but I mean, he just need to come out and say this shit. Like, that's what he said in the beginning. I'm gonna fight this guy, this guy, this guy. But he already fought all those guys.
Fight Crawford. How about that?
Right.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, it's a confidence issue. He probably don't feel like he can win. He might not be scared of him. He probably just don't think that he can win. It's a difference between thinking you can win and knowing you can win, or just being straight scared of the guy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they can get.
That's not what boxing is, bro. Like,
no, it's not.
Like
bro.
this new school shit. Like, I hear you.
I agree, bro.
I'm not trying to blame you.
It used to be bona fide. Now it's pussified.
That's different, bro.
Hey,
different.
Wait.
Yeah,
Who are
wrong.
you? I'm sorry.
It's
Lisa?
different now, bro.
That's why I don't talk about it. I mean, if a fight ain't
that's why I don't.
Negotiations, or I mean, people could talk about it. I mean, like,
but they put these teasers out online. They're like, this fight's gonna happen.
I don't care. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Right.
Move on to the next fight.
But my whole problem with it though is I don't think Earl is really worried about Bud Crawford. I think his coach is worried about Bud Crawford. I think his promotion's worried about Bud Crawford. I think his network's worried about Bud Crawford. Yeah. And they convincing him to say, nah, you bigger than him. Nah, you don't need that. That's where all the 60-40 shit came from. They ain't allowing these fighters to get in there and fight with each other.
That could be because he could be like a robot to Al Heyman. He probably afraid to speak up for himself. But one thing about Mikey, everybody said how stupid it was to fight Earl, but you see how he wanted it, and eventually the fight got made. So it is up to the fighter. AJ is allegedly, I don't know if that fight is going to happen, but trying to make that.
I don't know. Wait, I gotta stop you real quick. I gotta stop you. The reason why the Mikey versus Errol fight happened was because Errol wanted that fight to happen. That's the only reason it happened.
But
it wasn't because
to Mikey and make him fight.
That's an easy fight for him, bro. Yeah,
Mikey,
like plenty of guys say Errol's name. Plenty of guys.
But Mikey,
I give Mikey credit. No, I give Mikey credit, but I'm saying like
it's an easy win and it's a kind of big name.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. All right,
I'm giving credit to Mikey for taking it in a sense because I ain't really give credit. I ain't even want to see the fight.
I was surprised. That was such a weird move for him. Bro.
I know. I was like, bro, I didn't even want to see
the fight. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I didn't even want to see it.
Shout out to the fights. Yo, shout out to the fights that nobody asked for. Fuck out of here.
They keep doing it and doing it. They like they weird. Yeah, that was interesting. And then now they doing it again. Mikey versus Manny Pacquiao. Actually, it'll be an interesting fight because that straight right against Manny might put Manny to sleep. But I mean, like Manny Pacquiao, well, it's like
not anymore.
When is he gonna retire? What is Manny?
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Hey, 1-2. How much you still got in you, man? You gonna kick off one?
Yeah, I could kick one off.
Oh, it's 3. I'm about to go to bed.
Y'all do your thing, man. But I gotta start my shit off earlier, man. I gotta start getting this smoke up earlier.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody on the panel, man. Thanks for allowing me to speak. Haplo, Mr. Cutoff King. I appreciate you.
I gotta get you when you make mistakes.
And Lisa Bell.
Nah, you don't let you the king of that, bro.
It's gonna make you a better leader.
Better leader, right?
Yeah, funny though. But I'm out of here though, man.
All right, man.
All right, take care, Jaleel.
Yeah.
Sorry for
cutting
you
you off. Coming on.
Sorry.
Always a pleasure, Lisa. Thanks for coming on, Lisa.
Oh, thanks for having me, Black Horseman.
As always.
As always, Lisa is like a #1 supporter of mine and the UGC, and she showed nothing but love on a regular basis. Hap too, man. You know, even though I don't agree with that motherfucker tonight.
You get ready to start up another one, 1-2 kid?
Yeah, you know how I do. I'm fucking crazy.
Hey, I'll come over there.
1-2 kids.
Because I'm a night person.
Kamikaze pilot.
Yeah, man, I'm nuts, man. Yeah, I always been that way. I used to kick them all late all the time.
I love that about you because
I remember.
The same way. I feel the
I
same
used to be
way.
the vampire dude, man. Yup. But all right, Black.
Vampire stream.
Yup. Yo, I'm gonna let Black get some sleep. I'll kick it off though.
Yeah.
Give me like
Get
2-3
some
minutes.
rest, Black.
No doubt. So the ones that's still here, y'all go over and support 1-2 kids.
UGC.
No doubt, Hat. Appreciate you coming on.
Peace.
All right, I'll see you over there at 1-2 kid.
So there we go. We got 1-2 kid. He still got the live stream cooking off for the late night. And hopefully we see y'all over there. I'm gonna shut mine down. But thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe if you're new. And thank y'all for participating in this edition of the UGC Live. We out.
All right, peace.